Frieren.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. It's us. We're back. Did you miss us?
We're never leaving. We'll never leave you. We have cursed
Where
you
was you when I needed you, nigga?
God. What is that from?
That's from a Lou Ratchet video. EA, did you get that from my server?
Yes.
I don't even play my soundboard stuff in my server.
It just sounded funny because he was talking about how we're here when we need you or something. And I'm like, well, this says I need you, so this will be perfect.
Be warned using my stuff in my server. It's no slurs or anything like that in my server, but definitely some choice words. So use at your own discretion.
All right, I will definitely, for sure, use it wisely.
You what?
That's all I can ask.
What
is good though, Stream?
Says what up? QRW6 says what up? KOA. What a week we had. Good to see y'all doing good today. Can't wait to hear from y'all on the drama with Mappa. This is what I was saying. Everyone's talking about this story, and rightfully so, as we'll get into. It's insane. But, yeah, what have you guys been doing this week? Or this past week?
Just working, really. Working on certifications. Ooh. And doing some early Black Friday Christmas shopping. So, nice. Yeah, been doing stuff like that. And I happened to score a video game that came out last week, brand spanking new for $60 for only $40.
That's a pretty good deal. Well, isn't it $70 now? Didn't Nintendo raise their prices to $70?
Just the one game. Just The Legend of Zelda, okay. Tears of the Fallen. But it's just
Tears of the Fallen.
I know that's not what it's called. Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, I was able to do, because this guy I follow on Twitter, Wario64, he's pretty good at getting good deals and how to get them. That's how I get free pizza and free Wendy's and all kinds of other free stuff. It's because I follow him. Yeah.
If you can't get free pizza, free Wendy's is right up there.
I got it earlier this year and I posted it to y'all, so I hope you got it that one time.
You know, I may have some Wendy's again soon or not. I don't know. Wendy's is very, very outside of my diet, so I don't think I'll be able to eat it. But if I can find an excuse,
Baconator.
Baconator. So
he's saying so you're saying Frosty's all on C?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't say that.
That's right. Thank you. So you're so friendly and generous.
No. I didn't say that.
You had the $1 million video.
Oh my god.
I do like the original chocolate Frosty. So chocolate here.
Do you guys dip your fries in the Frosty?
I do not.
Me neither.
I'm usually not keep all my food like separate. It's only one food that I really eat together. You know, like foods that aren't meant to be together, like mashed potatoes and green beans. That I can eat together, but normally I keep my food separate.
And that's coming up this Thursday, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
I am so excited for some good fucking food.
This is gonna be the first time ever in my life where I cook a turkey.
I heard it's a bitch.
Well, I'm about to find out. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for good food. So
this is true.
Well, you definitely have to show us the results.
Oh yeah, I'll show you. Here's the before, you stuffing the turkey.
Document
And then
the
here-
entire process.
Here's the after, the finished product, and then here's the aftermath, and it's just like a skeleton.
It's going to look like Shibuya and JJK.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's gonna look like Jogo's dead corpse.
it's gonna look like something for sure.
Adore Burb says groggily wakes up. Morning moo nerds. Good morning, Burb. Decrepit Storm says can't stay for the show this time, but I'll say before I go, what an episode of JJK. Even though I read the manga, I was almost speechless watching it. The staff truly doesn't deserve how Mappa is treating them. Yeah, fuck
At
Mappa. Animators are doing literally all the heavy lifting. So yeah, we need to fire the Mappa management team. You need to get some new people in there.
No cap.
You know what? You know what we should do? We should kick Mappa really hard to the point where they go,
My leg! My leg!
I timed that perfectly because I hit it at the same time, and it sounded. Did you hear how it sounded twice as loud?
I didn't hear a sound at all.
Oh
no,
Sasuke's going through what I went through.
Oh no.
Oh no. Where has Satsuki gone? Well, I agree.
Wrong.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear this? What is happening?
So I pushed that one thing from your Discord, and now all of a sudden you can't hear anything else.
I can't hear anything.
I'm afraid to hit one of yours.
Let me try to press one and see if something happens.
It's joke.
That works for us.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I can't hear it.
Well, Sasuke, it happened to me when it first happened. When C, you know what? I don't know what happened. I don't know what it is. Like, did you have an update? Did C
No.
make a joke and then it made you not be able? Well, no, I couldn't hear them after that. That's what happened. You made that Sean joke, C, and then you hit the drums, and then I was like, "Are you guys there?"
Wait. It all just played at once. What the fuck was that? All I heard, I heard my lad, it's Joe. And then, what was the other one that played? I don't even remember what the other one.
I said hoopla.
Kobeni.
Yeah, they all played at once. That was scary.
Now that has to be trippy.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Will do.
Trevin says, what's good? Decrepit Storm says, aside from JJK, Frieren was good again, and Anya being dumb is hilarious. QRW6 says, even if it is for them to be in a position where they can have better working environment, it still comes at a cost with whatever the fuck the emoji thing is blocking in the chat. YouTube, fix that, goddammit. Being harassed to make the schedule.
Yeah.
It costs with staff being harassed. Okay, there we go. Screw you, YouTube. How dare you. You bastards. So I guess we should go ahead and get into the news.
News.
We're gonna get Killer Keemstar in here one day to do the intro. It's gonna be great. EA is gonna
What?
It's just gonna be EA in a he's gonna shave. He's gonna wear a bald cap. He's gonna put a hat on over it, and he's gonna be Keemstar. Oh, what? What is it happening? Oh,
Almost.
okay.
now you gotta-
Keemstar. Well, you
Now you gotta sound like a dweeb.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to the news. There, how's that?
What do you think about Ethan Klein?
Oh, it's just terrible stuff. I hate it so. I don't know how he sounds. So it's just really, really bad, and I hate him so much. Me get subscribed to my channel, block.
That's Keemstar.
I mean,
Close enough.
Burp says EA looks like Kevin Smith. You kind of do.
Hey guys, have you seen my meme going around? I'm Kevin Smith with a beard.
Look at all the weight I lost.
I lost a lot of weight, and you know what else? I was married to a hot girl and King of Queens.
So yeah, first news topic of the day: Akira Toriyama is finally getting an anime adaptation for his Sandland franchise, I guess, because there's I think there's a game of it, and then there's a manga or something like that. But basically, if you don't know about Sandland, it's basically lots of sand, lots of land, and they're trying to find water, and it's sandy, so it's hard to do it. It's really cool. I went to the website. I looked at the trailer. I think it's all in CG, but it kind of looks like Blue Dragon if it were set in a desert. So I like Blue Dragon. So it looks nice. Did you guys check this out?
No, I didn't even know he had another manga. To be quite honest, I thought he lived, breathed, eat, and shit.
No, he's
Dragon
got
Ball.
a lot. He's got a lot of other stuff. I have
Really?
I know about Dr. Slump.
Yeah, Dr. Slum. What
I
was
didn't
the
know
other
he
one?
had any other ones. To be honest.
Yeah, there's ton. He was popular before Dragon Ball, actually. For his manga. I have Akira Toriyama's manga theater, and it has all of his short stories over the years that he just wrote but didn't publish, all in one big book, and yeah, it has a lot of stuff in it. That's really cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, definitely recommend it. It's a really good read. But Sandland, I don't know. What do you guys think about Akira Toriyama doing a story where everyone's in a desert in Alabama and there's no water?
Well, I would hope. I'm not familiar with the series at all, but to me, Akira Toriyama's strength is his comedy. He can give you a sense of adventure, as we saw with Dragon Ball, but I really truly believe that his works needs to be more on the silly side. I'm not saying that Dragon Ball Z doesn't have great serious moments, but I honestly think when he tries too much, the problems stack exponentially. So it would be better if he just went into his pocket, which, like I said, lends into the lighthearted adventure side of things.
I concur with that.
Yeah, I think I agree too. We need more fun stuff from him, I think, because he's pretty good at it. So there's a reason he's popular. Next is Tower of God is getting a season 2. I know we didn't really enjoy the anime on here.
You stink!
But it is getting a season 2. It seems to be not connected to Crunchyroll this time, from what it seems. So it's not like, it's not some ill-fated cash grab from Crunchyroll here. It's I hope they learn from their mistakes and don't cut stuff out, because I think all they had to do was just with season 1, if they just didn't cut stuff out, we'd be kind of okay with it. And if they listen to the criticism of that and they're able to do what they want to do here, then this should be fun. This should be good at the very least. What do you guys think? Are you excited or are you not? You're gonna cry? You're gonna?
Boo! You stink!
What face does this give you? What? Oh my
Whoa.
god!
Whoa!
Does it look like the face of excitement?
Looks like the eye of
The Eye of Sauron.
So I'm the only one who's sort of moderately happy. I wouldn't even say I'm really happy about it, but
yeah.
You're the only one that's happy.
Yeah,
Full stop.
I couldn't care less. Rachel's in the front cover, so that's all you need to know.
Rahul?
It's my girl.
Rahul. It's me, Rahul Sanchez.
Do you think there would be more lizard grippers?
Hey, leave Anak alone.
Anak, he needs a series of his own.
Anak is a. Never mind.
He's a G. Or more like a T, because he's a T-Rex.
Wait, is Anak the
Are you thinking about
the dragon
Rock?
guy?
You're
Rock?
thinking about
Is that his
Rock.
name? Rock?
Yes. RAK, Rock. You're thinking about Rock, EA. He wasn't a green man.
Wait,
God
Anak?
damn it.
So Anak is the lizard grippers?
She's the
Yes.
foot lady.
It's not going.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way we're relegating her to foot lady because of one scene. We're not doing this.
Kenny says everyone writes stuff on the side. ReZero author is writing a Suicide Squad isekai for WB that looks like garbage. As per usual with that writer, he seems to only write garbage. So he only had like one good thing, and that's it.
Yeah. That was
You stink!
the plane lollies.
Yeah, the Plain Law is clearly the best one. Yeah, he's ever done. I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Next up, we have Solo Leveling's English dub cast announced. Is going to be directed by Caitlin Glass. This cast has Ian Sinclair and Christopher Sabat, but a lot of newcomers and a lot of voices we haven't heard a lot from. I'm not familiar with Solo Leveling's cast right now because it's been a while since I read it, but I am going to start reading it again soon. I think this one is also done by Mappa. We'll see if it comes out. That's it's about as much as we can hope for at this point. But are you guys excited for Solo Leveling or anything like that?
I heard it's a pretty hype anime. It's funny that you say Caitlin Glass because I actually got an actual picture with her.
Oh, nice. Did you ask her to come on KOA?
This was back before I even knew you guys. So
I cry.
that slipped my mind, sorry. But I'm trying to find the picture of me and her. But as soon as I find it, I'll definitely show you.
I'm back.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Satsuki?
I'm not excited.
Oh, you're not? Did you read it? I think you did, right?
No, I didn't read Solo Leveling. But Solo Leveling is probably one of the more popular manhwas out there, just in general. But it falls into that genre of because this whole thing of. I mean, it's kind of like Tower of God in that way, where people go into this world, they level up. Like it has I forgot the genre name exactly, but I'm not a fan of those type of series. So Solo Leveling is not really for me. The art looked good though in the manga, but
yeah, art's probably the best thing about the series, and for like me personally, it's fine. It's fine. I think it. As like a leveling kind of series, I think it does better than like traditional power fantasy stuff you see from like Slime Daddy or something like that, or like isekai. So I think Solo Leveling is probably the strongest, I think, out of a lot of them too, but I'm excited. I can't wait to check it out. Well, kind of bittersweet about it because I don't know if it's even going to come out, because probably shouldn't at this point, or at least some other studio should be handing it off to someone else, because yeah, it's time to get into the final news topic of the week. Yeah, so
mind you, I knew nothing about this. I know you posted about it in the chat, but I didn't really go over it or look at it. So this is going to be first breaking news to me. So can't wait to see what this covers.
This is gonna be insane. Not gonna lie, this is like actually it's like, is this real life? Like you're probably gonna question that at some point. So recently, basically over the last, I would say like year and a half, 2 years almost, Mappa has just been slow, like staff have been slowly leaking more and more information about the work conditions over at Mappa and how horrible their management is and how bad their scheduling is. And it seems that finally it's sort of like just started erupting. Just it's all started to come out, and the entire studio seemingly is just literally falling to pieces in real time. Basically, there really isn't one story that started it. I think most prominently it was the information way back when that they were signing staff to NDAs to not talk about what's going on there, and yet many staff are breaking these NDAs, and I think brave for them to do that, because that takes balls. But basically, to summarize it here, staff have basically gotten no breaks since Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1. Jujutsu Kaisen 0, a film that me and EA covered, we adored. We talked about it on KOA. EA, that film took them 4 months to make. They made it in 4 months.
That's actually pretty damn impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, they were basically crunched to hell during the entire 4 months.
Ugh.
And they basically got no time off, and they just were made to make this movie in the span of 4 months, because they wanted, management and Mappa wanted to push it out. Which is another thing that's worth mentioning is Mappa management. The head of Mappa, he said he wants to get to where studios like Ufotable and Kyoto Animation are right now in 5 years, when it took those studios over 20 years to get there. So he basically wants to speed run this entire thing, and get Mappa to like legendary status in like 5 years, which is ridiculous.
I mean, is that why they're accepting so many projects?
Yes. They're not only accepting projects, they're accepting insane projects with like basically no time. For example, the reason what studios didn't take on the final season for AOT was because the time they wanted it out, was the scheduling for it was insane. And as we saw, it was clearly insane. But Mappa took it on, and it's been, production hell for them up until, the first episode all the way until the very last. And that's normal for AOT as well. AOT is one of the hardest anime to ever, probably be made. But the fact that they made JJK 0 in 4 months, when traditionally the standard time for a anime film to be made is 3 years, that's insane. Now get this.
Insane.
After JJK 0, they had to work on Chainsaw Man. They got 0 breaks. Immediately upon finishing JJK 0, they started work on Chainsaw Man, and they had to complete it in 9 months. A full 12, I think it was 12 episodes, 13 episodes. It was also originally supposed to be a 2 core series. I think it's supposed to be like 26 or 27 episodes, season 1.
Chainsaw Man?
Yes. So,
okay.
They developed 12 episodes in 9 months of Chainsaw Man. Once that was done, they immediately started work on Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. On top of that, during the production of the last 2 episodes, staff are literally just leaving. Like, Like at one point, someone describes coming back to work, and the entire production team is gone. Like no one's at their desks. It's just mass staff exodus is happening right now. Industry leaders were telling staff on Twitter to quote throw your card key in the company trash can when you leave. As well, JJK season 2 episode 12 director Okubo Shunsuke. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce words anymore. He posted a image of a Shirobako character hanging herself. And I forget the significance of the character, but it was supposed to mean something because that character specifically was in the role that he was in, I believe, which I guess he was in every role for episode 12. He kind of hard carried that episode. He was animation director, he was key animation director, he was episode director. He literally did everything on that episode pretty much. Wow. On top of all this, news stories are coming out that staff are still being underpaid, especially the ones on the JJK0 film. Some haven't even gotten paid yet. And on top of that, they're being paid at extremely low wages. And they're being directly lied to by Mappa management. The very same guy who said they wanted to speed run becoming a legendary studio in 5 years. He's the guy who pays them. It's gotten to the point where right now the story, there's still, lots of stuff coming out. But basically at this point, a lot of people are seriously doubting that JJK will even be completed. Some are saying that there is a significant possibility that production is abandoned because there will be nobody to work on it. And that leaves the future of the studio up in question as well, because if you don't have staff, you can't produce your anime. And a lot of people are saying is if the worst, and this is kind of the worst, like we're already at the point where it's at the worst, but if it goes any further and there are no changes, many people are suspecting that Mappa is just not going to be around. And honestly, I'm perfectly okay with that scenario, because this is just stuff that just recently came out. There's been tons of stuff that before this that has happened that we know about. Honestly, I think as well, people are going to say this is not going to come as any surprise, because there are a lot of anime studios that are like this, and yes, there are. But there's also examples of great studios, and I don't think we should use the examples of the bad studios to prop up Mappa as some, some shining example of, they're just doing the normal thing that all anime studios do. I mean, we've seen with Frieren, Madhouse had similar issues in the past, but their production for Frieren is pretty incredible. Not only that, but the staff that worked on Vinland Saga Season 2, which Mappa funded, by the way, was from Wit Studios. It was basically just all Wit Studio staff working on Vinland Saga Season 2, and that series was fully completed before the first episode even aired.
Wow.
They had it all done.
That's crazy.
Kyoto Animation, they do that all the time. Kyoto Animation series are done months before it even is out. And they're still like that, even after the horrifying tragedy which happened to them. An UFO Table is also another great example of that. To me, there's no excuse for this, and they're clearly taking on too many projects. And Dan from Danitas Media, he suggested that, maybe a good compromise would be to sell off these series and take a year or two off and just sort things out and get new management in. And I agree with that. It's like the fact that JJK is being treated this way, and Chainsaw Man and Attack on Titan and what was it called? Jigoku Raku, and now probably Solo Leveling. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, we shouldn't be dealing with this, and they shouldn't be dealing with this. So I wonder what you guys think about this topic, because it's really it's quite insane that all of this is coming out, and it seems it's only going to get even worse.
You want to go first here?
You go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say, I mean, the situation is bad. The only good I see in it is that, and it's ironic because they did Attack on Titan. I'm hoping that they just unionize, because we talked about like Japanese culture before, like how they're a little more what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like groupthink where they go along with the flow. They're not as individualistic as us.
The culture in Japan, people are said to keep quiet and not speak up about things.
They don't like to cause a ruckus and make themselves like discontents. So I would hope that, not that the situation got too bad, but I mean, the situation is what situation is. Hopefully this brings everybody together to the point that they advocate for better conditions as people working on anime, because we've heard stories not just with Mappa. I mean, Mappa is the latest example and one of the worst that we've heard in recent times, but this is an issue across the industry. And I know C gave some examples of where it's good. But in general, I mean, you shouldn't have to deal with that in any type of workplace, no matter what it is. Over here, we would advocate for better rights, even if you're working a factory job. I mean, people used to be able to get away with stuff like that, but you want to get the best conditions possible.
The word you were looking.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, the word you were looking for, Sasuke, conformity.
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that's definitely Japan.
But yeah, you would hope that there is some good taken from this, in that everybody will get together and try to get better conditions and better rights because I mean, they're making a lot of money off of this stuff, and they're making money off the backs of these animators.
$200 million is what JJK Zero made.
And it's because of these animators that they're making it. It, like, let that be known. Obviously, the story has to be good, so props to Gege. But the animation is what draws everybody into an anime. That's how it is, and everybody involved in that process should be reaping the benefits of it, not just monetarily, but just like in the actual process of doing it. They shouldn't have to suffer conditions like this and speak out almost passively for things to get better. So hopefully things do get better for them, and I hope that they all get together and they realize that we gotta make some noise, make a lot of people uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to make things uncomfortable for things to get better. That's just how it is.
Yep. It's crazy to me to think that we live in the best times when it comes to animation, anime in general, and for some reason we have issues like this still. And I get Japan's a very different culture than here it is in America, and as Sasuke said, with the work rights and conformity, and everybody does what they're told, doesn't want to speak up and everything. But I definitely feel that now is definitely the time to definitely unionize, to make your voices heard. And if that means we have to shelve some anime and wait until we have time to finish them, like we had to do with Zombie 100, then so be it. You know, Zombie 100, I know, is a different story altogether. That's a studio that was way over their head and kind of, didn't have the budget. While this is it's essentially like DreamWorks, and then them treating their animators like crap. Because I know in Hollywood they unionize, and I know they have deadlines and everything, but people don't like work themselves to death. At least they're not supposed to anyway. That you have night shift, day shift, stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy to think. I definitely didn't know it was this bad, but yeah, I hope that things get better soon. But I agree. Sometimes you have to make a little noise before things get better. And hopefully this is one of those things where Mappa says, okay, we may have been a little over our heads on a few of these projects. One Punch Man Season 3 goes here, Solo Leveling goes here. That way they can at least loosen just like the noose around these guys' necks, because it's just sounds awful.
There was a brilliant article on Anime News Network by Kim Morrissey, who talked about some of the issues of unionizing in the anime industry, and how that likely, sadly, won't be the case. Things like wage dumping are one of the reasons why this will not happen. And it's a pretty grim read, but I'll drop it in the chat for you all, because it really does shine a huge spotlight on the issues with animation in general, and how Japan has all of it set up right now. And really, it seems like it's just, at this point, a case-by-case basis on, it's really down to studio culture is what it feels like. Do you have a good studio culture? If you do, well, seems like you're going to have a good time doing your job, which is unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way. A lot of people will say, crunching is only natural, and that if you're in an art form of any kind, you should expect to crunch. And yes, crunching is a very natural, it's a natural part of the process of creation, and we all do it. For example, I crunched for like literally the last 2 months of my life on my channel.
How are those abs?
They, let me tell you, chiseled.
You did all that crunching, man.
And I did.
I'm sorry.
But that's like me, and in my environment where I'm comfortable pushing myself. There's differences there, obviously. And everyone is going to crunch to a certain degree. You can't escape it. Like, it's just going to happen, And that's perfectly okay. But that doesn't mean that studios like Mappa, where their staff get crunched to the point where they basically get 0 days off, where they go from JJK 0 to Chainsaw Man to JJK Season 2 and like within months of one another. Like that's insane. Like why? How can any scheduler management? How can any people at management and Mappa see that? And not only that, but see clearly in key areas the dwindling quality of Season 2 of JJK. And go, yep, there we go. That's it. More. Let's push him even harder. And you know what? Let's pay him less. How about that? Like, to me, it feels like the management and Mappa are a bunch of grifters. That they found their grift, and they're going to suck it dry.
Mm-hmm.
And
all comes down to money.
And that's ridiculous, because I don't remember Mappa being that way, 6, 7 years ago. I remember
Right.
Mappa, doing really cool series like Kakegurui and Inuyashiki and stuff like that, and you wouldn't hear too much about this issue. They also weren't doing a million anime, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They were doing sort of niche stuff, and they were doing good work. But now it's like, really, it seems like ever since they got a hold of AOT is when the studio and its perception have really started to dwindle and go down. And it has to be some sort of issue with management. And I don't know. I don't see the studio being around if it keeps going at this pace. And like I said, I think that's a good thing if that is the case. Show these other studios what happens when you mismanage to such a degree that the studio that produces Attack on Titan and even JJK Zero, even they can fall. And fall hard and fast. So, it sucks. It's horrible. But, change is going to happen whether they want it or not. And I think at this point, Mappa have been exposed. And they need a serious change. And they need a serious course correction. And
A bunch of spankings need to be handed out.
A whole bunch of spankings, yes. They need to offload some of this stuff. Get somebody else to do Chainsaw Man. Get somebody else to do JJK.
Could you imagine Madhouse doing Chainsaw Man?
I mean, yeah, that'd be. I could. That'd be a perfect fit for them.
That would be so sick.
Yeah, or tons of series actually. Tons of studios would be really good for Chainsaw Man. Actually, So I don't think everyone And here's the thing: is the fact that they're still able to produce the quality they are when episodes of JJK have upwards of 60 to 80 directors working on it. There's stories that have been corroborated with the production of this new season of JJK that they're literally working on it until minutes before it's airing.
Ugh.
And it's not just one episode. Every single one of them have been that way.
And it's not in a bad way, like that one show.
The one show?
Can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. No Cap.
Oh yeah. Well,
Wonder Egg. Thank you.
That's that's
Wonder Egg was seconds away from airing and it still sucked.
That's the legacy of the show now. No Cap.
As soon as I said it, I remember Wonder Egg. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where they're going. I hope these staff get paid, they get a vacation, and they fix their scheduling, and whoever the fuck is running this place, they boot him out. He needs to go. He is clearly the issue here. Clearly. But we'll see, I guess. But that's it for me. Anything else you guys have wanted to say or anything?
Just really quick, I think Kenny brings a good point where he says seasonal anime release definitely seems excessive. I think it has to do with the increased access to streaming services. And I get that, they want to kind of get their names out there and they want to make the product quick and fast as possible, because I swear in the past I'd always have to wait a long time for anime, and now we're so fucking spoiled. Now we get anime seasonally. Every 3 months we get new shit that we look forward to, and it's like I don't know if they feel like they have to keep up because of that, but they shouldn't have to. To the point. What's else saying? Happy employees, good company, but not when it comes to, I guess, anime studios, or at least not Mappa anyway. Mappa, they think differently. They're like, work them to death till they fucking quit. We'll just hire new suckers. I mean, employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how they get them, I think, as well. And that's the reason why they're doing all these big anime, because they can go, oh, you're a talented new animator. How would you like to work on AOT for your first gig? I mean, how could you say no to that? You know, that's a dream come true right there. The biggest anime in the world.
I'm gonna work for Mappa now. That way, I can like draw stick figure boobs and just see what they say. They're like, "Oh, this is quality content." I'm like, "Yep, drawing the circles just the way you like it."
Right after EA quits his job after like 2 years of Mappa, we're gonna interview him the day after he leaves, and you're gonna be just totally white, like just your hair is just thinned out. You just have insane bags. Your eyes are bloodshot.
EA's not getting that far. The minute he draws that stick figure, they're gonna hit a button. They're gonna go, oh. They're gonna hit a button. The floor beneath him is going to drop, and he's going to fall into a fish or a shark tank. They definitely have like a shark tank or something, like some medieval weapon.
And then I'll escape from that shark tank. I'll come out riding a shark, just like in Zom 100, the shark with all those legs and everything. I'll be like, yeah, I'm back, boys.
Kenny also says, and then the fans will be like, oh my god, the grass was CGI, looked better in the manga, let's send the death threats. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. I get fucking dweebs in my comments every time I post a JJK video and talk about this stuff in the video, and people are like, I don't know, man, I don't think I could wait 3 years for JJK 0. What do you mean? Yes, you can. Yes, you can wait. It's entertainment.
I waited 3 years in between each Star Wars movie before they were released. That's episode 1, 2, and 3, and I survived.
Yeah, well, people waited 40 years for the prequels. Like, get a grip.
Well, I've never liked the notion that people are waiting for that, because to me, when people say they wait on something, it feels like almost they're saying, I know they're not saying this, but the statement has a connotation that you're literally not doing anything else, and all your time has been devoted in anticipation of this one thing. Nobody's like waiting, like it, Attack on Titan from season 1 to season 2, like I think it was a 3-year gap, 4-year gap, something like that. It's not like in that time nobody watched any anime. They're just like, I'm not watching any anime until Attack on Titan comes back. I will hold my breath until season 2 drops.
And the AOT one is very funny because people seem to forget that season 1 and season 2 4-year gap, but they then complain about how Mappa is so-called milking AOT, and that they're releasing it in parts on purpose, and that it's ruined because of that. It's like, no, it's because it takes time.
Mm-hmm. It drove me crazy the first time I saw it. I ain't gonna lie.
It's annoying, yeah.
But you know what? I watched stuff in between. I watched One Punch Man. I watched Mob Psycho 100. I watched all these other really good anime to the point when they did finally release Attack on Titan Season 2. I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, and you know what? People ain't talking about the gaps between Season 1 and Season 2. People now have stopped talking about how the final season was split into 4 parts. People quick to forget, because none of that stuff never meant anything. And the fact that people want shit like JJK 0 to happen regularly, it really, what I think it is I think it's a bunch of young-ass kids who probably don't know what the word reading comprehension means, and they just don't care at all about consequences of what they say or their own actions, and they're just saying shit. I watched a video today
just
from
online trolls.
Yeah, well, I watched a video today from Real Life Ryan. He talked about how the Berserk community has been ruined since the pandemic because there's a bunch of people that are coming in and just saying stupid shit about the Berserk series, the manga.
Oh, I was about to say, wasn't it kind of tarnished after the CG series?
No, people don't really care about the animes too much when it comes to the manga because the manga is like definitely the way to experience that series, but people were a bunch of influx of new people were completely misunderstanding the story, saying shit that had no right to be said because they don't understand it in the first place, and saying a lot of toxic stuff and being complete downers about the entire series. And I feel like and I feel like that is the same kind of thing that happened to AOT. Nobody talks about how AOT's ending is bad anymore. And the ones that still do, few and far between.
See, that is not correct. It was bad. The Jaeger should have won. And you know it. I know it. He's an ultra Chad. That is Jaeger. His character was ruined.
I guess my point is this. There's a lot of people that don't know shit about what it takes to produce animation.
About anything. God, there's a lot of dumb people in this world, I tell you.
And Twitter and Reddit, sadly, have taught people that their opinion means something, when in reality, it don't mean jack shit. And it never has, it never will. And that's just the way it's going to be. That's the way it's always been. And these kids just, they don't realize it. And they're saying stupid shit like that. And they're doing things like sending the animators death threats. It's like, well, what's that going to change? People literally, they're uneducated. They think the animators make the schedule. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist. You can know literally zero about animation and know that is not the case.
It's like when The Last Jedi came out and people were sending death threats to that one actress who, I forget her name in the movie, and the actress herself, but she was like the Asian lady. And they were like, oh, she ruined them. It's not her fault. She's just an actress. She doesn't do anything. She just gets a paycheck. Blame the people that made that piece of shit, Ryan Johnson. Blame him.
Yeah. I don't know. It's ridiculous, but that's sort of, I guess, all I gotta say. I am going to do a video on this on the main channel. I'm just sort of kind of still collecting my thoughts on it.
Get ready for all the dislikes.
Well, I don't know. People really fucking hate Mappa right now, and that's the other thing that's not helping.
That's true. Yeah.
That's the other thing, the other side of this, where people on the other side are taking it way too far. Anything Mappa related is suddenly shit. And it's like, it's just, on both sides, it's a complete detachment from reality. And
there's always...
That's not going to help either. You know?
Yeah. There's always extremes to everything. You know, it's either say nothing or kill their parents. You know, it's just like, whoa, can't we just come in the middle maybe and try to talk this out? You know, come. You know what I mean? What was that you used to say? Hey, would you stop saying come? Remember what you used to say about sinks and shit?
Come in the sink or sink in the cum.
That was it.
Well,
let's agree to disagree.
Yes, so that's what that phrase means. You know what? We should use that phrase like that. That would be hilarious.
Well, you know, I come in the sink, you sink in the cum. Mi casa su casa.
Well, any other thoughts on this?
No.
I'm good.
All right. Well, that out of the way. Let's talk about Gargantia. Gargantia. Gargoyles on the Verdurous planet. Episode 7. What did you guys think about this one?
Well, I know what I thought of it. Sasuke, what did you think of it?
So this was the I won't say this is where everything came crashing down, but this is the this
It's like
was
the
the
turning point.
downfall. Well, yeah, it is a turning point. It's like this is where everybody split because of Leto's upbringing and what he experienced with the Idios, I think that's what they're called. For
Yeah.
him, and they call them well swids, and they're considered sacred. And they were so sacred to him, he gave it a big fat hug, just a little too hard. He was a little too excited to see him.
Oh, I love you so much. Come here, little well squid. Come
I
here.
freaking love you, Squid.
I love you, well squid. Ah, crunch. Oops. His guts are everywhere.
I mean, I feel like Bello should have said something of the sort that being is a sacred thing instead of just saying, no, don't do it. But honestly, he wasn't going to stop anyways. It didn't really matter.
No. Stop. Come back.
Leto was too charged up. He was just, and it makes sense. He's a soldier that's been conditioned to think like this. We don't know for how long, but we can assume that since he was able to be in the military, maybe even before that, he thought like this. Like they are an enemy to humanity from his perspective. So it's hard for me to just agree with everybody on Gargantia that Leto did the wrong thing. I mean, that's how he was brought up. Now,
Yeah.
that it makes me think like if we had an alien over here and they did something that was taboo to us, like for example, I don't know, like kill a dog or something like that. Like nobody would like that. That's not the worst thing that you could do, but it's one of those things that would definitely be shunned by society.
Very true.
But like, you know, maybe in their homeland or on their planet, dogs are the scum of the earth.
Right. Just a little delicacy. They take a dog, put it on a spit, roast it over a fire, and are like, "Want a bite?"
Yeah, but that kind of just gives you it gives you a visual point of what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I thought they should have had a little more empathy for him and tried to hear him out. That's what I didn't really like about everybody else. They didn't try to hear why he was so amped up about seeing it. Because Bellows and Pinion already seen how he reacted to the octopus when they were eating, so they know he's in a crazy state when it comes to those creatures. So
he's a tentacle phobe.
I wonder why, with all the weird hentai out there.
Oh my god! You can if you have on Gargantia, they have like sections dedicated to hentai with tentacles and everything. And he goes, "Where did you get that?"
What the fuck is this?
Hideos!
He just destroys the whole
Pulls out
bookshelf.
gun.
They're like, "What are you doing?"
The funny part is, it's bad. It's bad in our context and his context. It's just a little worse. Still bad, even just how it is now.
He's essentially like just a mindless soldier, bred to kill these things. And whenever he sees it, he doesn't stop or think about it. It's like, yeah, they could hurt you if you touch it. Fuck that! I'm going in. Give it a big old hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his purpose. It's literally what he was. It's not just what he thinks. That's all he does is protect humanity by killing these monsters in his eyes. So, it was a good episode for the drama.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was cool. One little part that I thought that was really, I don't know, maybe it's just me over analyzing everything and whatnot. But when Leto is talking to Amy's little brother and everything, he's talking, Earth language, but then all of a sudden he goes back to his alien language, and it almost kind of reminded me like if you're from another country and you're just upset and you're trying to get your point across, sometimes you don't say it in their language. You just say it in your own native tongue. So then you just start going, ay, 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 ay. It kind of reminds me of I Love Lucy with Ricky Ricardo and how he would start speaking Cuban all of a sudden when he would get mad. I don't know. And just Amy going, I can't understand you. That part made me laugh. I don't know why. Just a little tiny part with no significance whatsoever. But I just thought it was neat.
Definitely an instinctual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Seen and heard it before.
Yeah. The ass couldn't save him this time.
No.
Or the booty dancing.
No booty dancing, no ass. You know, it's like, you know what? That's what Amy should have done when she was like, no, Leto, don't do anything. All she had to do was just completely turn around and stick her ass out and just be like,
grinding against him.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay.
He wouldn't have even had to think about it. He wouldn't even had to be held at gunpoint. He would have said,
You right.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay and let the whale squid go around because I like what's in front of me better.
That's horrible.
Is it not true though?
Yes. In this situation, yes. It's the better option, clearly. It's like Zeke's euthanasia plan. It's just clearly better.
Yeah, the choice is clear. Like, what do you want to do? Hunt down weird squid monster or get booty? Everybody's choosing the latter.
Yeah. There's probably one person who I think wouldn't do it though.
Who was that?
Don't you fucking say it. You know what he's gonna say, Satsuki.
No, he doesn't have enough balls to say that.
Oh, he does. He's on his high horse tonight.
Bellows. You thought I was gonna say Sean, didn't you?
Boo, you stink! Boo, you stink!
God, you're so hot. I love
What I say?
What was that?
That was the internet blowing up because C Tactics said Sean again.
Well, just the combination I heard last was kind of funny because it's just Narumi saying "God damn," and then you hear the fire swoosh. It was like she was in hell or something.
She's getting burnt.
God damn!
God
Also-
damn, this is hot.
I thought it was funny just because of like the idea behind this. But you know how Bellows wears the tank top with the straps? I like how the one dude with the suave haircut like gets mad at Bellows and like grabs onto him. I'm like, I don't know, there's something that's so funny about that. It's like, what are you...
He can't grab anything else, so he's just like,
Yeah.
let me grab this little part.
It would be funny if he paused for a second. He was like, and he's like, trying to figure it out. Like, what do I?
I mean, that's true. That's true. He was. It's not like a regular shirt because with a regular shirt you just do that. But you know, she's a woman, so you're just like, no, there's boobs there. Don't want it. No.
Yeah, I was worried they were going to do.
Boobs.
I mean, they did in the Kakaguri, so
that's true.
I mean, I thought they were going to do a fan service scene right there, honestly, because of what she was wearing with the spaghetti straps. Like I said, like y'all said, it was very awkward to hold her by that. But I mean, serious moment, a lot of tension in the air.
There's lots of
just
fan
easily
service.
just break it accidentally. Ooh, oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, please don't do that stupid gag that could be here. But they didn't opt to do that. That was good.
Yep. They went the high road.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fan service in the second half of this series, though. I mean, the beginning of this series, the one guy was like, "Looking good, Bellows," and Bellows is like, "I'm not in the mood." I'm like, "There's a mood for being catcalled."
I mean, yeah. Don't you ever just go to bed and just start hearing Hey, baby, how you? And you're like, I'm too tired for this. I'm not in the mood. No, that only happens to me. Okay, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess that only happens to me. I'm alone in all this. Chat, please tell me if that happens to you. I'll wait.
Chat's just like, everyone in chat's like, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Whole time.
It doesn't happen to C. What is he, a moron?
Was he a beta cuck?
Oh my god.
I love getting catcalled. Some real man shit right there.
Yeah. Sometimes the ladies go woof, and I become a straight up alpha.
Yeah.
We got to do push-ups on stream again.
I don't know. I mean, do I? No push-ups right now. Maybe later.
There's nothing more
But it won't-
alpha than being Makima's pet.
But oh my god. Where's my dog collar and chain?
Roof.
Bark meow. That's his cat dog right there.
I forget. I think it was Burb who sent it. He sent like a fan art of Power as a cat that smelled bad, and everyone was pointing at Power Cat and laughing. It was funny.
Well, that's pretty accurate. She does stink.
Well, to talk about more about the episode, the other interesting part, at least for me, was Pinion and his whole goal. For one, he wants to, because I guess this would be the main goal. He talked about wanting to avenge his brother, who we can assume died, maybe scavenging due to these whale squids. So that's an interesting thing. I'm wondering how that whole thing is going to play out, because I mean, I did I found it weird when I was watching the episode after Leto killed the whale squid, and he was on the surface, and everybody's looking at Chamber and the guts that are like sticking to it. Pinion didn't look at him with disgust. I thought everybody was just gonna hate Leto, but he was kind of looking at him as like he was in awe almost. So
Yeah.
I guess he saw him as a means to do something he's been wanting to do, which, like I said, avenge his brother. But the other thing that he used to rope other people into it is just the exploration of the nest that the whale squids have been protecting, assumedly so, because he's promising people treasure, but he doesn't know what's there. But it's uncharted territory, so if you have an adventurous spirit, I mean, that's going to entice a lot of people, which we saw it did. From the ending.
Yeah, and Leto, he was signed up from the very beginning. It's like, kill squids? Fuck yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. And then it ends on a cliffhanger. Old man, just his heart, I don't know.
Oh,
He could be-
God damn it! Time for me to leave. See you
He could
later.
have a little bit of gas, you know. Sometimes that happens. You're like, oh, those chili dogs.
Oh, is he Sonic now?
Yeah,
Sonic with
Chili
his chili
dogs.
dogs?
chili dog sounds amazing right now. To
You
be
know it
honest,
does, honestly. Stop. You stop. Just stop.
With cheese.
Oh, stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but are you talking?
No, my stream just died. Wait. Oh, no. What am I talking about? Whose memories are these?
Oh shit! It's the time traveler, Satsuki.
Are you? Yeah, I would say. Are you now? Is this like a Steins Gate thing?
Yeah.
Are you?
Can you say El Sai Kongru?
Sasuke Kiryugin?
El Sai Kongru.
Knew it. Somebody warmed up a banana somewhere.
John Teeter, you best.
Can you
You
say
were
that
right
but
all
slower?
along. Okay. No, Daru. Get your fix on Hentai. They got new manga out.
Man, I need to watch Steins Gate again.
Did we watch it for KOA?
No, we did not.
No,
I mean, whoever's next, you could pick that.
I'm
That's
next.
true.
I wouldn't be upset.
I want to choose something a little different.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, that's gonna be too
Yu-Gi-Oh!
long. Isn't
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh?
5Ds?
All of them are kind of long. Longer than we need to be talking about anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was an interesting read for me though. Very cool series.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Doesn't get its respect as a shonen because people kind of just treat it like, oh, it's that Saturday cartoon I watched. But no, it's an anime.
It's time to duel.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh.
It is my favorite card. Blue Eyes, White Dragon.
Kaiba boy.
Yugi boy, I summon my Toon World. Now you shall be forced to watch me strip, Yugi boy.
You're a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
So apparently Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D is 150 episodes. There you go.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Let's do
We
it.
can watch 50 episodes,
And we all
a
have to
section.
buy a starter deck of our favorite character from that series and fight each other in a stream.
Oh,
Well, I got Pegasus, I guess. Either
I don't
Pegasus or Mai Kujaku.
I know there's like some kind of dragon and there's like a cloak deity or something. I don't really know the names.
We have to learn
Yu-Gi-Oh!
modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't even remember old Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I knew it was around, but I never really watched it because I was like more into Pokemon fighting each other than people with cards. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about these cards.
Bro, I still
But then it became
remember.
really popular.
I still remember how to play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's crazy.
I mean, it's pretty easy, honestly.
Mm.
like
It's easy to pick up.
I'm intimately familiar with it still, I feel.
Is
like
it kind of like Hearthstone?
It's more like Magic, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
It's like simplified Magic. Anyways. Yeah, no, I was super interested with this episode. I thought it was interesting that Blondie guy saw Jared Leto as an opportunity to get revenge and to also uncover this secret treasure under the sea.
Under the sea.
And I think
Under the sea.
with how many episodes we have left, because this is episode 7, I think this is where we're gonna go, and I'm really interested to see what is under the sea. What's under there? Was it just more hideows? Is there big-breasted waifus? What is it?
Well, I think we'll ask Satsuki that. Well, we saw old man Captain have a heart attack. What do you think is going to happen now?
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna die now. But he's gonna die.
I better
I mean,
damn it.
You don't show a character being sickly like that unless you're gonna have somebody who's going to cure him, or you don't have let me rephrase that. You don't have a character that's sickly like that unless somebody's aiming to cure or be a doctor or cure them. Nobody's aiming to do that. They already have a doctor, and apparently he can't do anything about it. So, and he already talked about, he literally said in the episode, I have to choose a successor. That successor, from what it's looking like, from what I'm seeing of the characters, is probably going to be Rigid, since she seems like she has some level of authority, but not to his degree.
And she has red eyes.
She has glasses too, so she's smart automatically.
Yeah. Automatically, you're smart when you wear glasses.
Yep. So I would put my money on Rigid being on the successor. I don't know if she's going to die immediately, or he's going to die immediately.
She's going to die? What a twist.
Yeah, she dies first. He's just like, oh, fuck.
He gets a heart attack and then she gets a bullet through the head. It's like, what? I didn't see this coming.
No,
And
she
then
revives
Leto
him
has to
with.
take.
She revives the old man with the booty dance.
Oh God!
She don't know the booty dance.
How do you know she doesn't know the booty dance? How do you think Amy learned it?
It's true. She she could be okay. Bridget is essentially Amy's successor. Or other way around. I don't know words. But
Preset processor, precessor,
process.
pro, words.
Let's just stop talking and go to the next show.
We don't know the English language.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
English me speaking no good.
Unbelievable.
Well, speaking of, let's talk about Rurouni
Oh my gosh.
Kenshin.
That's right. It happened in this episode. More English.
Yeah, English indeed happened in this episode.
But it was pretty good English.
It was pretty. Yeah,
I gotta
it was pretty
admit.
good. It was pretty
He
good.
was like, there is a letter for you. Here, take this note.
Doctor
I was like, damn.
Elda, or whatever it says. This is a
Who's
fun
the-
episode, though. What do you guys think?
So, is he, and I'm talking about Rurouni, is he just telling a story about his past to his group of friends?
It seems so. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I didn't know where we were going with this, but because I saw them, they looked like they were like, you know, eating ice cream or something. And then it's just like, tell us a story, Papa Kenshin.
Papa
It's like,
Roach?
well, Papa Rurouni. But yeah, and then now it's a story about his past, and I guess this is just another part. It seems interesting so far. I fucking knew Dr. Elder was a girl. Like, that was one of the
Yeah.
worst kept secrets in this episode. It's like, first, it's got a woman voice, blonde hair, and a mask, wearing a mask. Like, oh, gee, why is she wearing a mask? If she was a man, she wouldn't have to hide her identity. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like, and the way they unveiled it, too, is so cliche, too, with the whole, hey, you got a letter.
Whoa!
Don't come in. I'm
Why do you have
new."
boobs?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Odo? He said it a lot in
Boobs
this
you
episode,
have.
by the way.
I think it was a record this
Yeah.
episode with fucking paper,
like-
rock, scissors alone was Odo. I thought we were watching Rurouni Kenshin, not freaking Joseph's Bizarre Adventure.
Yada.
We're like
But,
Joe Mama's Bizarre Adventure. Hey!
Hey, the mothers, they don't take kindly to that.
Boo!
Yeah.
You stink!
Piece of shit.
Hey, everybody, give it up for Sea Tactics.
Chocolate?
Chocolate?
The crowd.
I mean, there's one crazed guy in the crowd. I mean, I don't know. See, you should get off stage now.
It's pretty fun up here, right? Right, you guys?
You what?
Battle City was Yu-Gi-Oh's best arc. I disagree, QRW6. Because I disagree with you, we can't be friends anymore.
The best arc in Yu-Gi-Oh was in My Valentine became My Valentine.
So chapter the chapter she was literally introduced. I don't know what that meant.
No, the one where she became My Valentine.
What?
Me Valentine.
Czar first.
No,
I know nothing. I know nothing of Yu-Gi-Oh! Secure W6, so I'm still your friend.
Well,
I personally, me personally, I gotta go with Duelist Kingdom. That's my favorite one. Pegasus, Makujaku Greatness, Seto Kaiba. Good time. Good time. But with this episode, yeah, I agree with the whole, oh my god, it's a woman reveal. I didn't like it because
Whoa!
it's just, it doesn't really have any, like, it doesn't have any weight to it. And like you said, it was very obvious from the jump just because of the voice actress. As soon as I seen the mask and the voice, I was like, why is everybody acting like that's a dude? I was like, oh, they're doing this thing.
It's like an Xbox Live party chat in 2009. Is that a girl?
Oh my god.
Hey, suddenly everybody's voice get deeper. Hey.
Oh, hey, you come to this chat often? Then they leave.
Fucked it up.
Why did you have to say anything? You had to make that stupid dick joke. Just trying to be funny.
But yeah, I mean, this is actually because I had a video plan, a series of videos of plan where I talked about tropes that I dislike or I think are tired. These are one of the tropes that I actually had on there. This happens a lot where a character is perceived to be a male and then what a surprise, they're female. And usually it never has any bearing on the story too much. In this situation, I think her identity is important, not her gender. Because I think that guy that we seen at the end where he was talking to other evil guy about trying to kill her because he's a Westerner. I think that may be her dad just because he also had blonde hair. Looked like he had green eyes too.
That shit's her dad.
Yeah, probably. So I think her identity is an important part, not her gender. So maybe they just add that in there because not for the viewers to be shocked about her gender, but for there to be a purpose of the mask, just setting up for something in the future. That's what I think. But yeah, yeah, usually that whole thing of, well, it's a girl is never done that well.
And every time they do that trope, they always reveal them in the stupidest, scandalous way ever. It's never just, oh, my mask fell off. I'm a woman. It's always, either they're naked or, oh, he's going to catch cold wearing all those clothes. Let's take all their clothes off. I'm looking at you, Nezuko.
But that's happened in a couple of them.
Yeah, but it's like Nezuko's so stupid too. Like the character that you think is a guy, she's got like the biggest boobs out of all the girls. That whole series was dumb. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, pretty much regular Kenshin stuff. We got, look at my sword. Ain't I badass? I don't kill people, but I used to. That's essentially what we got from that. But I am curious to see what happens now, because this is part 1, I'm guessing, of a 2-parter. Maybe even a 3. But yeah, overall fun, really.
Well, it's probably going to, I don't know how long Kenshin is, how many episodes it has, but I can see this lasting more than just the next episode because there's a whole point to this flashback in that Kenshin, I think what Kenshin's going to learn at the end of it is just how to have fun, because there's like some lingering trauma with him that didn't allow him to enjoy the smell of the tea they were drinking. I think it was tea.
Oh yeah.
Or was it coffee?
No, it was tea.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dr. Elder talked about it, and Kenshin himself didn't see anything wrong with him because this is after he's already removed from that era of his life where he was known as the manslayer. But yeah, I think it's going to have a bigger point that's going to have more time to lead up to that, because like next episode, because we still had to fight this weird the guy with the rapier with the pale blue eyes and the creepy look. Oh my god, yeah.
He just looks like a villain. Like he came out the womb wanting to kill somebody. That's just how he looked.
He was super stoked to fight Japanese people. He's like, a fucking swordsman. I've been waiting all my life for this moment. I can test my Western weapons against your Japanese weapons. He's been thirsting for this. So
he's basically the early version of an otaku or a weeb.
The very first otaku.
He loves everything Japanese culture. He's like, I have a sword. I've been playing with it my whole life. I mean, you know what I mean. I've been testing it out. I'm gonna finally test it on somebody who's Japanese. On guard.
Well, from what it seems, I think he's one of those guys that maybe it's going to be like a superiority thing to where he thinks like Western sword users are better than Japanese ones, and he wants to test that by besting the best of the best swordsmen, which would be Kenshin, from what we know. It may lean into that. It could just lean into him just wanting to be the strongest swordsman and him wanting to test samurai. That makes sense as well. But either way, we know that's going to be a fight, and he's going to get his ass whooped. So
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe he'll be just like the other villain and antagonist character we saw. He doesn't kill anybody, but he goes to a grave and cries at the end. You know, it's just
please, not that cry again.
But yeah,
it could be interesting though, just because with that rapier, Kenshin probably isn't going to know how to fight against that. He's going to be like, "Why is that sword so thin? What the fuck?"
Yeah, I could see him getting cut up a few times, like maybe a few scratches.
Aren't rapiers like more for piercing rather
honestly,
than cutting?
I'm not the sword person. I honestly don't know.
They're like rapiers, like pirate swords, basically.
Oh, so it's kind of like okay,
like kind of what you would see from fencing.
Rapiers?
Yeah.
Rapier. I say rapier. Yeah.
You say rapier, I say rapier. Tomato, my friend.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, that is the fencing type thing. I think you're right.
I'm trying to think because no, I don't think Kenshin has fought someone like that. So he'll probably struggle a little just with.
I wonder if he lives
in a different weapon. Wait, what?
You think he's gonna live?
Oh, that guy? I mean, he has to. I mean, Kenshin isn't going to kill him.
No, I'm saying Kenshin. You think Kenshin's gonna live?
is he going to die in a flashback?
I always say that as a joke because whenever I see something like a flashback and there's like this epic fight scene, I like to just joke and kid around and say, "You think he's gonna die?" Like, of course he's not gonna die.
I mean, but think about it. Technically, we had a moment like that with JJK. I mean, Geto did die in what we perceived as a flashback.
Okay, yeah, that is true. That is true. Some brain had to ruin that idea, though.
Yeah,
wasn't me.
But barring some weird brain curse thing taking over him, I think he's going to survive. Just me.
I swear, if this show turns into JJK, where that guy comes back after all these years and is like, "Guess who, bitch? It's me, the one with the rapier. I didn't. Well, you should have burned the body.
You should have killed me, bitch."
And he just goes, "Oro, ro, ro." Like it's a serious Oro.
Oh, one last thing I want to say about this episode. I just love the meta commentary when it came to they weren't making this a thing to be meta, but it's just funny to me since I'm an American. The one guy who didn't like Dr. Elder treating people who didn't have any money, he's like,
"Oh."
He's like, the best medicine if you're sick and if you don't have any money is death.
It's like the American health system.
Yeah.
What can I say?
We love it here in America. We love dying.
Yeah.
It's her favorite pastime.
can't get enough of that dying. Patrick, what's dying?
I'm not a Krusty Krab.
You mean she puts on death? Yeah, that's just fancy talk.
Thinking about it too, I literally just popped in my mind. If that dude at the end is Dr. Elder's daughter or related in some way, some shape, form, the reason why she may be a doctor in the first place is because based on what he's been asked to do by the other guy, Dayon, he may like have some assassination type of thing going on. And maybe that's why she feels obligated to save lives, because her father has snuffed out lives and killed people. So and he's obviously going to do that type of stuff for money. So it would make sense that she want to save lives at a low cost or at no cost at all. Or I could just say affordable cost for people. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. That's my predictions for what we'll see of that guy next time. But I think that's all I have to say.
Any final thoughts?
Nada.
Cool. So let's go ahead and let's talk about one of the three reasons we're all here tonight. The first being Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh. We're not here for episode 17, season 2 of JJK.
Hoopla!
We're
I'm
here
here
for
for it.
Hoopla.
I'm here for it. Oh man, I've been waiting for this episode.
So this episode
I've
was
been
fucking awesome.
waiting.
It's better than last week's episode.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this episode was a banger. It was a banger. Man,
It was banging.
it was literally a whole episode dedicated to fighting, and I watched this on Crunchyroll, and the comments underneath all said the same thing. Pay the animators more.
Yeah. And apparently this episode was unfinished.
Really?
That's
I
don't know if
honestly
C-
couldn't tell.
I mean,
I don't know if C heard that, but that's what I was hearing.
that's that's literally every episode of this season has been unfinished to some degree. Like literally actually unfinished.
This has to be one of the best unfinished episodes ever.
I know. Seriously, I honestly didn't notice. It's incredible. It really is. Megumin has a super demon coming out of his ass. Why didn't he use that sooner?
Mahoraga from Persona.
You didn't see what it did to him?
Yeah, I know. It kind of took his soul. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh yeah, this is minor. Get over it, kids.
But you
these
know,
days.
if you're gonna save Gojo, why not take your soul out? You know, that's the way I look at it. But no, that was pretty crazy, and essentially, I feel like that thing was way stronger than not Toji, Togo. Than Togo, because Togo, he did a few things where it was just like lava flare. Sparkler.
Jogo.
I always get these fucking names. Jogo, sparkler twist, flame, and then he just dies. This guy just kept turning his steering wheel and was just like back to normal. I was like, damn, he's strong.
Oh, he's way stronger than Jogo. Jogo's strong, don't get me wrong, but Mahoraga, I mean, they basically give you the lore for his character. Even with Megumi's family or any other 10 Shadow users, which, you know, all of these users are strong. They're strong enough that they can combat somebody with the 6 eyes and limitless technique like Gojo. Somebody that can combat with people, you know, other people like that. This being has never been tamed. Ever. Nobody's ever tamed it. Nobody of the 10 Shadow users has ever tamed this beast. That tells
Damn.
you all you need to know about its strength and why it was performing as well as it did against Sukuna.
Yeah. Yeah. Would have kind of liked to have him sooner, but
Yeah.
no.
Right.
It's all good, man. Like I could imagine, like have that guy tear up Pseudo Ghetto. You know, I would have loved that, but I get it. You know, desperate times, I guess. Yeah. I almost thought for a second that old Blondie was going to live because he was seconds away from death and he was alive. I'm like, really? We're still not going to kill this motherfucker? He's just going to keep living? And yeah, I know he has the secret power of, you know, seconds before he dies, live, even though he doesn't know his own stupid power, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, he eventually got his. But yeah, what can I say other than this fight was just spectacular, stupendous, eye candy. I was licking my screen the whole time, you know,
Wait,
just
what?
because it was just so delicious and just beautiful. So yeah, it was fantastic.
You may need to disinfect it.
Yeah,
Well-
there's a lot of streaks on here. I think I kind of need to go with a wipe.
Oh god.
Just wipe it down. Yeah, there's a streak right there.
But yeah, I mean, this episode was whew, man,
Did you take your shirt off?
almost took my shirt off. I did keep my pants off. You know, always got to take off the pants.
Always got to have the pants off. You don't know when you're gonna be skyrocketing.
You know, never know. And you don't want it to be in your pants, and then you know it causes a whole mess. I've gone through, like, you know, it just like shoots through my pants when that happens, and you don't want that to happen.
Exactly.
Especially got good
Junction.
pants. Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
crazy.
You're just like, well, there goes another pair.
Yeah, but oh man, so it is funny though that Megami had to use this against the piece of shit that is Haruta. Because he's not that strong. Megami actually could probably beat him if he wasn't as exhausted as he was.
Mhm.
But considering that, I mean, Megami is definitely stronger than Nobara. But considering Nobara struggled with him, no, I still think he could possibly beat Haruta. It'll probably be a high difficult fight for him, but unfortunate that Mahoraga's appearance had to come in a fight where Haruta just sneaks him, and yeah. But as you can see, Mahoraga don't discriminate. As soon as he came in, he's like, "Who tried to tame me, bitch?" Splattered him on the wall, and then he goes for Haruta. Sukuna steps in, and Sukuna looks over to Megami. He's like, "Hey, what we got going on here?" He's like, "That looks fun." I like how he assessed the situation perfectly. He was like, "Okay, he's going after Haruta. I got to keep him alive because if he dies, then the ritual is going to end." And he immediately heals Megami. He's like, "Here, kid, get that," which shows you how well he is at reverse curse techniques too. Because we
Mhm.
know how many reverse curse technique users do we know, or ones that we've seen in action. We've seen Gojo, we've seen Shoko, somebody else that I'm missing. Yuki. Yuta. And now we see Sukuna.
Yuta.
Who are you? Are you Rika?
Yeah,
Who are you supposed to be?
it's supposed to be Rika. Yeah, was that
Oh.
not the?
She's the
Was
monster
it-
lady.
Yeah, were you not convinced?
No. I
They
was
made
creeped
me-
out though, so
They made me in 4 months.
yeah.
You also have to say it in that weird alien filter.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you caught on to that. That's That's what she sounded like. She's like, Utah. Utah. I didn't even need a filter for that.
I like in the middle of the fight, Sukuna just goes to get a popcorn and drink. He's like,
Yeah.
this Coke is flat. This popcorn's stale.
It's like a little kid.
I gotta look back at the manga to see if that happened. I don't think it happened in the manga. It may have. I'm not entirely sure. But that was so funny to me. Sukuna he has the it factor as a villain. There's some villains that they don't necessarily have to have like the deepest of meanings or is super you sympathize with them or anything like that. You could be just a cold, malicious bastard, and the only thing that's really important is your strength and your presence. We know he has a strength, but he definitely has the presence. Just how he was styling during the fight, how excited he was to go into it, how he learned throughout the fight or what he needed to do. Oh man, this is why he's my favorite character.
Will he be your husbando?
I mean, you want me to spoil that?
Kawaii.
Okay, I won't say nothing. Then I'll keep it under wraps.
Yeah, we'll see. The day is young,
dude. But essentially, Sukuna had to unleash his ultimate attack.
Malevolent Kenshin.
Yeah, and when he unleashed that
I prefer
was
the malevolent refrigerator. The malevolent kitchen sink.
Oh no, not your sink. I'm not eating anything that came near that sink.
What was the actual translation of this? It's malevolent. It's something different. This is not the correct translation.
Yeah, because they also changed Mahoraga's name.
Here, I can find it actually. I think I have it up here. Malevolent Shrine.
Well, I think
what it's called in the wiki. So
no, Malevolent Shrine. Yeah, Malevolent Shrine is definitely that. I thought it was a different technique that he used, and that's why it was called that. Did they literally just change his name to that?
I think Crunchyroll fucked up.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they fucked up with Mahoraga's name and Malevolent Shrine. The actual technique.
Who does these translations?
Hopefully not Mappa staff.
Some intern that is in Crunchyroll apparently.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Malevolent Shrine.
Yeah, I'll definitely take Malevolent Shrine over Malevolent Kitchen. Malevolent Kitchen just sounds like I don't know. They got real bad hygiene problems.
Malevolent.
Like that could be the chum bucket. Like he just does this.
Malevolent chum bucket.
Yeah, the chum bucket just shows up. I mean that is kind of scary. I know you guys seen the SpongeBob movie.
Oh yeah,
that movie kind of terrified me. When the buckets just went on everybody's heads and it was brainwashing people.
All hail Plankton.
Oh yeah, it was kind of scary.
That was pretty cool.
Yes.
There's a spot in that movie.
Oh.
Where Plankton gets the bucket on King Neptune's head, and his daughter says, "Daddy, no," and Plankton says, "Daddy, yes." I was like, that could be taken so out of context. Oh my god.
I may need to watch the movie again. That movie had a lot of things in it. It had that horror factor for me. It had the super emotional moment. Everybody knows what I'm talking about with SpongeBob and Patrick and
Goofy Goober Rock.
The tears. that too, like an epic scene like that. Something you could jam out to as well. That movie's pretty good. I don't think about that movie when I think about like some of my favorite animated movies, but it's definitely up there for me.
That movie was supposed to be the cement like ending to SpongeBob. The original creator set out to make that as the ending, and then he was going to go on to do his own thing, but the show went on without him. And you can like watch it again and think of it as an ending to SpongeBob, and it plays differently. You're just like, wow, what a good ending to the series.
When is
And then, of course, you have the
SpongeBob gonna be
song.
on KOA?
Ocean Man, take me by the hand
lead me to the
to
land
the land.
that you
That's
understand.
the closest we'll get to getting SpongeBob on the podcast.
I did get a photo with Tom Kenny, who's the voice
Hey.
of SpongeBob. So I
Oh.
mean, and he didn't call me by my name. He called me a different name, but I let it slide because he's probably seen thousands of people that day. It's like, all right, let's take this picture, Tom.
All right, Bobber, you're up next. My name's Tim.
I did get to talk with him for a little bit. That's cool because there's some people that just like to hurry along with everything and they don't like to talk, like Sean Schimmel. But then there's Tom Kenny. It's like, oh hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, I'm part of this. I did that, and I told him about like it's crazy hearing you do like more adult voices now because you were like my childhood because he does like Rick and Morty and all these other things. Like, oh yeah, it's crazy. They get me to voice anything. He's a cool old man. Anyway, sorry I got on a tangent.
Fuck. I'm just watching this game intently. Fuck, I'm getting scared.
No, don't be scared. You know who should be scared though?
Everyone in the 200-meter radius of Sukuna's domain.
Right? They're all fucking dead.
They're all fucked. Dude, everything turned to a cherry red. That was incredible. I mean, I said in my video it made Oppenheimer blush. And then what happened?
They go. I think Gojo needs to kind of like not be as relaxed in that cube anymore. I think he needs to hurry and get out because so many people died.
It's comfy in there though.
Sure, it's comfy, but dude, how many people died just now? Like hundreds of thousands?
A lot. Definitely thousands.
I think the Shibuya incident is kind
no
of
way he got a touchdown.
I think the Shibuya incident is sort of an underrated. It doesn't fit. This isn't an incident. This is like
a catastrophe.
Yeah, more like a catastrophe. Like insane.
An upending.
Like,
yeah. My God, it's and Sukuna reverted back into Yuji's body just in time for Yuji to see the mass genocide.
Yeah. I like how Yuji's like he has to keep moving forward and keep pursuing this because if he doesn't, then everyone that died there, it'll all be for nothing. And like I like how he breaks for a moment and he just starts like clawing the ground with his nails. You can see his blood and it's horrible. But you can see how it affected him, and I feel very bad for Yuji in this moment. Just like how Sasuke right now is he's reacting to a ball game.
Yeah, Sasuke right now is what Yuji was right now at the Shibuya incident. This is his Shibuya incident.
I'll say the one thing I didn't like about this scene was they did the insert song for the opening. I felt that didn't really fit. I think it would have been better if they either didn't. Yeah, it's very weird playing like Japanese like pop music over mass death.
Mass genocide.
Here's the thing. I feel the same. I felt that the ending would have been a lot more like the ending is a lot more somber. I think that would have been better placed. somebody actually did an edit of that, and I listened to it. I was like, okay, that sounds like what I wanted from that scene. But I
wanna
will
see that.
say, in its defense, if I find it, I'll post it in the chat.
Thank you.
But what was I going to say?
Sorry.
That the actual lyrics to that song is pretty dark though. Like I know the song sounds like upbeat and hey, you are my special. I'm gonna read some of the lyrics.
Shucks, I'm your special. Thank you very
You're
much.
you're my little victim, my little Shibuya victim. The lyrics read, let's dance until we reach our dying breath on the front lines of the Tokyo metropolis. Let's struggle until we're at death's door. Let's see your wild side. I love you, baby. Let's keep on singing, no matter how pathetic or unfamiliar it feels. Every move will set your heart ablaze when you start sprinting out of control. It's more to it, but that's just to show you. Hey.
I mean, set your heart ablaze. Do they like My Hero?
Maybe. I mean, this is definitely not being told from the protagonist's perspective. This is definitely being told from the villain's perspective.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
So yeah. Like the lyrics fit the scene, but the tone of the song don't fit the scene. And arguably, I think the tone matters more so than the lyrics. Arguably. For us, at least. Not for... Because if you're Japanese and you're listening to the lyrics and you actually understand what words are being said, then it's going to be a different experience. But for us, weird scene.
I saw some people on Twitter, which famous last words. Saw some people on Twitter say that map completely fucked up here, and that this is like one of the worst treatments of a scene they ever saw. And there's nowhere near that bad. It's just a preference for me.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, I thought a more somber song would have fit this, but it's all right. I mean, I didn't lose any sleep. It still impacted me. It's not like it took me out of the moment completely.
Right. I mean, at least they didn't start singing something super poppy or
bang.
No. I was thinking of like something from A Slice of Life, like I love sausage.
Imagine EA, we get the Eclipse and Berserk, and then Gus is just like Grand Theft, and then we just dun 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 dun. Dun, dun. So put your glasses on, nothing will be wrong. Now that would be terrible.
Someone needs to make that edit.
I feel like someone had to.
We gotta do a KOA covers album, and it has to be like the
Tell
opening
me
track.
why. Tell me why.
And then we gotta do like You Are My Special, and then I don't know. Adoraburb said, I felt the song fit as it was the villain's victory song in Sukuno 1. Like if you paid attention to the lyrics, you can see why Mappa used it. QRW6 says, Yuji's emotions does work for me since I'm older and can treat him as a son. That is actually a good point. Kayla Marie says, I liked it. It felt like Sukuna was laughing at him.
An anomaly.
An anomaly? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm still not used to that.
You know, maybe we shouldn't call all of our female viewers anomalies.
Why? Isn't everyone an anomaly in our hearts?
It's
Okay,
weird.
Yeah,
fine.
it makes them like a freak show almost, like an alien.
Okay.
Whoa!
You ain't supposed to be here. This is wacky.
I'll stop with the anomaly then. But remember, you were the one that said it.
This is true. I
Because
did
of-
start that.
It's because of C.
That I called you an anomaly.
From now on, we will call you all people.
Our little wubbies.
Or viewy wooies.
That's a
subby
pet peeve of
wubbies?
mine. That's a pet peeve of mine when streamers give their fans like a name like that.
Oh, it is. Well,
Yeah.
then forget my comeback special. Then.
Oh my god.
Damn.
At least let me know what it is.
I want EA
Okay.
to return to Twitch as a VTuber, but the model is like, I don't know, like something like fucking ridiculous, like a talking refrigerator. Fucking hilarious. Imagine that, VTuber refrigerator.
Hey guys, it's me, your boy EA, and I'm a refrigerator, and y'all are my Frigidites.
And yeah, oh my god, this would work. And it is the music you play during the stream is like Twin Peaks music. It's basically just like watching like Twin Peaks, but a stream. That'd be funny.
So how are you boys doing?
Well, it's about 11 p.m. Doing pretty well.
No. I'm talking about Satsuki. How are your boys doing?
I mean, boy, because it's just Mahomes. We're not looking good. 3 and out. I'm winning right now, but barely, like by 6 points right now.
The skin of your teeth?
Yeah, it's not looking good. Good
Damn.
thing is they should be running now to try to waste out clock.
Mhm.
But I mean, Mahomes is not doing shit. It's like he knows I'm counting on him.
It's like, oh, Satsuki wants to win? Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck him.
So, what did you guys think about Haruta dying? Because I think that was probably the best part of the episode.
I don't want to call him a nothing character, but he just doesn't have any importance other than antagonizing people and kind of just like doing the busy work for other people, which is weird to. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that one guy that nobody cares about.
The one guy I forgot the name of, and I got like 800 comments are like, how did you
that
not know?
one guy, not the guy.
And I'm just like, I'm
He had a
sorry,
nice
I
suit.
didn't know. I apologize.
But yeah, I was glad when he got his face split.
I thought he was seriously gonna live, and then he
Same.
got split in two, like this way. He got fucking 13 Ghosts. If any of y'all ever seen that movie, just literally just split his whole body this way instead of vertically. It was, or whatever. Just you saw the brain, the eyes, and everything. That was pretty sick.
Like the Rod Reese Titan. He drags himself across the ground, and it's missing his face.
He really shouldn't have put his tongue to that goo.
Well, I mean, he had no choice because he was paralyzed. So
Yeah, he still didn't have to do it.
I wonder if it was good.
It's the last thing he ever ate, so I guess we'll never know.
I mean, he ate dirt.
That's true. He ate a lot of dirt. Probably people got in his mouth when he was dragging his face across.
Couple rocks.
Yeah, a couple rocks, houses, birds.
Adore burbs.
Always.
Let's see. Is there anything else that we haven't mentioned with this episode? Oh,
Nah,
well, EA, what do you think's gonna happen in the next episode? Because we still have Nanami,
Dude,
who's Two-Faced.
Nanami is on death's door. It's not looking good for him. I don't think he's gonna make it, which is gonna piss me off.
No, he's just gonna go to Shoko, and Shoko's gonna be like, "Holy mother of God, you need help."
Dude, he's a fucking walking corpse. He's halfway dead.
He's fine.
I think. No, I really think.
He's got to flip a coin. That's all.
No, heads or tails, kitty cat. He's just gonna do one of those. But no, he's dead. If not, he's on death's doorstep. Someone's gonna. Oh, I liked him too.
I mean, but who's really left to fight him?
Well,
Think about it.
I already know. Mojito is still here.
Oh, yeah, that guy
That's
is
true.
here.
Where the fuck is
I-
Mojito at?
That guy
He's
hasn't
been chilling
shown
this
his
whole time.
right. He's been chilling, sipping on a literal mojito, as just in the back, not doing a damn thing. And now that he's all rested and everybody's charred and half dead and whatever, he's just gonna own everybody. And I already hate his ass, and now we're gonna see him destroy my favorite characters, and I'm gonna hate his ass even more. But yeah, he's gonna pop up because trying to think who else in the bad guys. There's Pseudo Ghetto, there's Mojito,
That's him.
there's let's see, Billy Bob, and that guy is dead. Fishman, yeah, they're all dead. But then there's Bloodsport. He's still alive, but he's having an existential.
Choso.
Yeah, he's having an existential crisis.
Yeah, he's been on TikTok too much. He's losing his mind.
Yeah, he really is. But so those three people are left.
Mm.
Out of everybody, those three are left, and whatever souls and demons they decide to turn into.
Okay.
So,
The last
That's right.
thing I wanted to
Sorry.
mention was just the implementation of some of the powers that we saw. For one, Sukuna is crazy. His domain expansion, as they explained, is like having a painter with no canvas, being able to paint, because his has no barrier. As we saw with like Dagon, where Megami was able to pierce his barrier, and that's how you can break domains, is by piercing the barriers. So domains are kind of hard to get out of, but easy for another person to enter. It's designed that way. But you can't, his has no barrier, so you can't break it. It's just and then it has the widest area that we've seen of any domain. Like even Gojo's domain isn't, its range isn't that crazy. Like 200 meters? That's insane. And then the destruction we saw was a nerf version of it because he wanted to protect Megami. So he didn't even use all of it. So the area could have been even worse than it was. So that was one of the things. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, you know what's crazy when you think about it in hindsight? If Gojo would have just used his domain expansion, he would have killed some people, but it wouldn't have been nearly to the extent of what happened just now.
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, you would have gotten a few people's legs broken and some brains scrambled here and there, but at the end of the day, all those fuckers are dead. And then they're going home with some mochi and popsicles. You know, they don't have to worry about anything else. But this, goddamn, Gojo, get out of your fucking cube.
Yeah. But the other thing with the power I wanted to say was Mahoraga himself is just crazy. And it's the whole power to adapt to anything is one of the most insane techniques ever. So like cause he's cutting him and then he's just like, oh, that hurt. Okay, let's fight again. What were you saying?
Well, I also think it was interesting how Megumi used the ritual to his advantage, where basically the ritual is null and void, technically speaking. And also, it literally, him activating the ritual put him in a state of suspended death. So not only did it buy him time, but the way the ritual worked itself basically canceled it out. And so he was, and that's why like Sukuna was like, I got to keep Megumi alive and Haruta alive. I have to basically have. That's why he had. It was really smart. He had, no matter what, Haruta had to fight Mahoraga. that was the only way to get out of this situation. So, I just thought that was an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, with Haruto's death, it would have ended the ritual. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty funny. It's just like, I like how they explained it. The narration was really great because Megami's just like, well, he's actually saying a lot of this stuff. And that's supposed to be for the audience where he's talking about the ritual and whatnot. He's like, yeah, 2 people can help subjugate the shadow, but it doesn't really have any meaning. And then you're just wondering, like, what the fuck is this conversation supposed to be for? And then he finally gets to the point where he's like, basically, I'm going to keep you hostage. I'm going to pretend like we're trying to subjugate this shadow together, knowing it's going to be a death sentence for us both. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Kayla Marie says, why would they bring him back just to kill him again?
Who?
I think they're talking, well, because I think she said that when we were talking about Nanami.
Oh, Nanami?
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't really brought back, was he? Oh,
I mean,
do you mean? I think
he got lit on fire.
They made me the moment where, because he had a near death situation with Mahito, in season 1.
I think I kind of remember that. It's been a while, but yeah, if they do that, I'm gonna throw elbows. I don't care who's walking next to me.
Yeah, remember, because Mahito had him in his domain expansion, and then Yuji broke it, and then they jumped.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then that's when Sukuna was like, "Touch me again, I'm gonna stab you." Yeah, I won't.
I love Sukuna, man. Oh, just the way he put Yuji in that situation too. He's such an asshole. He got Megami, put Megami in the hands of the healer, because the principal glasses guy was like, "What the fuck? Was that Yuji? Oh shit, I think that was Sukuna." And then Sukuna's just like, "Yo, this shit is gonna be hilarious. I can't wait till he sees this." Puts him right on the edge of where he can see all the destruction for what it is. And then he just lets Yuji get, because he can see Yuji is gaining control back. He's like, hold on, kid. I got something cool to show you. Oh man, Sukuna.
QRW6 brings up something really interesting. How is it going with Mei Mei, aka Oshinoko's #1 fan besides Chibi Reviews?
I mean, she's going up I swear, like 10 episodes ago, she was going up against Pseudo Ghetto.
Yeah, she wants to fight Ghetto, so...
Yeah, she's been catwalking her way over there for a while now. So I mean,
swinging those hips.
She's literally has the axe behind her head, and she's going for 10 episodes.
In her head, she's just playing the opening to the season.
You are my special.
Yeah, literally just been doing that for this whole time. And Ghetto's just like, I'm falling asleep over here. You're gonna walk? Come on, I want to fight today.
It's like, I like what I see.
I think I'll let you live.
I don't know. Maybe because she has the hair over her eyes, maybe she's just like walking in circles. But
Okay, that may be the best C-Tatnus theory.
Yeah, she doesn't know where she's going, so she's just like, I hope I'm getting close to him.
Kenny says the domain stuff is getting too messy for me, to be honest. That is just JJK.
What happened, Sasuke?
He just dropped oh my god.
What?
There's no way he just dropped that.
Okay, so a pass was dropped. Anyway, if you're new here, please subscribe, where we watch football and talk about anime at the same time.
QRW6 says, when going against Mahoraga, you have to make sure your first move is your finishing blow. That is, yeah. He's yeah. You don't want to fight Mahoraga for longer than a second. Kayla says, I assume Nanami was dead when I like that name, Jobo, burned him up, so I don't think Nanami will die since he's up and walking.
Oh, that good old Jobo. He's he's a good friend. But see, I was right. She was talking about him though.
Kyoto6 says as long as Sukuna doesn't become Murata in this show, there is hope. Murata, the Naruto character. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
I just hear remix in my head 24/7.
Like that Muse song. Remember that Muse song? Yeah. That was a fun song.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right. Shall we talk about Frieren?
Rurouni? Well, is there anything else you guys want to mention with JJK?
I think Sasuke's left his domain.
He's left his domain expansion. He's trapped in the
pseudo Sasuke. He's left his body. He's completely frozen. Look at him. I don't think that's a real person.
Is that a screenshot? Wait, no. Is he actually frozen? Oh no!
No, I saw him blink.
I was convinced for a second.
He just stays very still.
QRW6 says Madara. That's why I was having trouble because I was probably thinking Madara in my head and just doing Marada. Well, I guess let's go ahead and talk about Rurouni. Frieren. Episode 11. This show, I don't know if you guys agree with this or not. Hot take here. This is really fun.
Oh, okay. You meant it in a good way. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun.
Bro, when Stark passes out and Fern uses magic to carry his unconscious body, bro, you can't. You can't.
Pretty funny.
That was great.
That was pretty funny. It literally reminded me of something from. What was it? No, not that game. What game does that where you just pick up people limp and just carry them around? I know there's a lot of games, but I'm trying to think of one in particular.
Fortnite.
Probably. I don't know about Fortnite.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain?
Maybe. But it just reminded me of that. And she's just walking in town and carrying his lifeless body.
Everyone's looking.
And everyone's like, "Look, mommy, a floating corpse."
Poor Stark.
I love it.
Why is Fern so mean to Stark? What did he do? What did my boy do? We need
Did
to
you win,
protect him.
Sasuke?
What is it? What is he?
Did you win? Oh, he won. He won by the skin of his teeth. I could tell. Woo! That's a W.
Kitty says Mahomes and Hurts both use their domain expansions.
Yeah, to give us one of the worst games ever. Basically, EA, how it worked out, I got the point. I got it by points. I'm actually lucky that they're just kneeling us down. I won by like 14.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Congrats.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Congrats. But
fuck you, Morgan. I'm done.
Live on chat. Fuck you, Morgan. Okay. Well, what did you think of Frieren this episode?
Yeah, that moment where that's the one screenshot I got from that episode was Stark being carried by Fern when he was unconscious.
They're cheering.
There's no Eagles fans in here. That's the crazy part. I think they all just hate the Chiefs this much. That's why I'm looking around like there's nobody from Philadelphia here. There's nobody who reps the Eagles. But oh no, that moment in the episode was pretty funny. But for the serious bits, what was like really the early part of the episode was Frieren and Fern basically praying for all the deceased victims that Aura manipulated. It was one of those things that Himmel had taught her that she needs to show respect for the dead because old Frieren would have just casted away spells willy nilly with no real regard for the dead. But that's something that we always keep seeing with her. The party taught her a lot of life values that she's using in current time and that she's teaching. So it's not like she taught that to Fern, but even Stark said like, "Oh yeah, if you would have used flashy magic to kind of desecrate the bodies, I would have been mad at you too." So good on Himmel for teaching her what she needed to learn. But man, that was a lot of dead people that they all had to bury.
Yeah, that's a lot of digging.
Yeah, because he wants to bury all those bodies. But I guess at least there was some retribution because we know that what was the royalty guy's name, the important guy?
Gundar Grunt.
Graf.
Something like that.
Yes, is Graf.
I always forget his name. Graf Granite.
Yeah. Because I think he said, was it his brother or his dad?
It was his dad, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you could say he lost his head.
Oh, where's the... No.
It was terrible. I know. I Lord, I apologize for that one.
Yeah.
DTL Mistake says, "Why is there only 11 people here?" We're lucky to have 11.
There's only 9 people here now.
I was gonna say, we're happy to have people here in general, and if you're one of the 11 or 9 or whatever, hey, that's cool with us too. If you're new, please like, share, subscribe.
Give me your money.
We do this every Monday.
Yeah.
At the same time.
And every time someone likes, subscribes, rings the bell, and shares on Facebook and rates 5 stars, we will play this sound effect. That's right.
Oh,
Kobeni.
I also want to comment this. I just love that Frieren is such a boomer. She's just like, this is understandable from her perspective. They're talking about that she needs to be a rank 1 mage or whatever. She needs her certificate. She's like, I did that like 100 years ago. What? Like, why do I gotta take so many tests? Why did they keep changing it?
I don't want to keep doing it.
She was like, they change it so often. They were like, it's been like this for half a century. But I understand it because from her perspective, that's not a lot of time at all. So imagine like you had to take a driver's license test. Like, let's break it down to our equivalent to where you had to take a driver's test like every 4 weeks or something. I would be a little annoyed too. A lot of annoyed, actually.
It's like, I just passed that. Why the fuck do I have to take it again?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Also, when Fern has to manually carry Stark in the snow, and
he's so heavy.
And then they get to this cabin. Frieren immediately opens the door without a care to even knock, which I guess, fair enough. They probably couldn't hear it. anyways if they wanted to because of the sound. But we get this guy voiced by Zeke's VA who's doing squats.
That is Zeke's voice.
Fern immediately closes the door and goes, "There's a pervert in there." I'm just like, what is wrong with Fern? Why is she so judgmental of so many people?
I don't know.
Also, you opened their door without knocking.
Yeah.
Who's the real pervert?
Exactly. And also, it was literally a dude doing squats to keep himself warm.
It's not like he was naked.
He was in a cold cabin, no stimulation to even be considered a pervert. Like it wasn't like a sex doll in front of him or something. He was just doing squats.
Right, and even if he was, it's his cabin. He can do whatever the fuck he wants in his cabin. He can have a sex orgy in his cabin for all he cares, you know?
Wait,
That's true.
now he can't do that.
Why not?
Without me. Hey.
Shit. Wait, hold on. Why is Satsuki wanting to be involved in an orgy?
He's an elf. You can only have an orgy with the elf like one time.
I mean,
there's not a lot of them.
Stark was so lucky he got to sleep in the same bed as him.
He did, and I love his quote. He said, "You've got a nice body, old man."
Yeah, he woke up disturbed, and then later just like, wait, damn.
I mean, sometimes you gotta compliment somebody in their body. You know, It's just, how old are you? 300, 500 years old, and you still got a six pack? Very nice.
Well, that goes to show you that he probably wants somebody like that too, considering that he's a warrior. And we know, what is dwarf man? What's your name?
Eisen.
Eisen.
Yeah. He's pretty shredded. Like he has a big bicep. So, it may be a moment where or not a moment, but maybe a goal that starts to get swole. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he'll start after this arc for sure. He's like, "Bye, Mr. Elfman." It's like, okay, I gotta start doing my push-ups. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, considering that Fern always works on her magic, I mean, of course he has things that he can work on. He can work on his swordsmanship, but I mean, getting stronger is a part of that. So I would definitely like to see some manual training for Stark.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen though. I think he's gonna get shredded in the next coming episodes. Because this show does do time skips, so who's to say they can't do the same thing? The next episode he gets shredded.
They love their montages.
Fern's finally gonna put some respect on Stark's name.
Will she?
Probably not.
I don't think she will.
Yeah, probably.
Nah, she still sees him as that coward that was cowering in a corner, going, "Oh."
She's super apathetic towards him. She just looks at him like he's a scum of the earth.
Yeah, which I don't understand. I don't think he's a scum.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Well, I mean, they kind of have like this brother-sister relationship to me. You know, where like they would definitely protect each other. I mean, Stark doesn't really have any animosity. It's more just on Fern to Stark, but I think there's a level of understanding to where, you know, they wouldn't like let something happen to the other. Like they have camaraderie. It's just that not a super fondness for their personalities.
Right. She doesn't like carrying his ass. That's for damn sure.
Which I understand that because I mean it's super cold and I gotta drag your heavy ass.
Yeah. She was like, "Why is he so heavy?" And I immediately said, "Because of that axe. Just drop the axe, he'd be lighter."
I was surprised she was able to carry him at all. Like,
yeah, she's such a small thing. She was carrying him. She got some strength.
Yeah. But yeah, we got some of the personality from Kraft, the monk, who was a priest, and we saw him instill a little faith into Frieren. because
Oh,
he's
yeah.
talking about the goddess of creation and how he wants to talk to the goddess of creation. Oh, and also too, him being an elf, we learned that he's actually older than her. So one of the first times that Frieren could be looked at as a child in the situation, because his whole goal was he wanted to be praised by the goddess of creation because there's nobody in the world left that could appreciate the things that he's done in the past. So he wants some validation for that. As I mean, Frieren got validation in her time already. I guess he didn't get that same type of thing going for him. So that was interesting. He kept talking about the goddess creation and why Frieren doesn't believe in it. But she showed a little faith because she talked about wanting to see Hater in the place they're going. I forgot the name of it exactly. I think it's called the Aurora, something like that. But it's basically heaven. So
Mhm.
if that actually does exist, if that actually is a real thing, it will be interesting to see how she would talk to him after everything's been done, after what she's done for Fern, take care of her, teach her magic, and what she's currently doing for Stark. But um, Dwarf guy isn't dead yet, so he won't be there.
Or twist, he is dead and shows up there.
He could be dead. That's true. Yeah, he was already talking about his lifespan not being as long as L.
Yeah.
So
He was like, I'm too old for this shit.
pretty much. But I mean, that was pretty much the episode. I was actually surprised at how short the episode felt for me.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Like, it was very quick.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just like looking at the whole thing, just going, what's going to happen next? Bye, see you later. It's over.
Yeah.
I gotta say, one of my favorite things about this, I was watching this last night, my Discord server, and Dan from Dantas Media said this as well. The montages in this show go hard. They're some of my favorite moments, just to see what all these characters are doing, and I think a part of it is the presentation, the aesthetic, just the really good animation and art. And as well, the music. I think the music is really good in this series. I don't really like the opening, but everything else is really good. What do you guys? Do you have any thoughts on the montages? Did you notice that at all?
Yeah. They do montages a lot.
Yeah, they're pretty good montages. I like them. They're not just still frames.
Montage.
I mean, sometimes they do still frames, but for the most part, they actually feel like regular montages. Right, the Team America way.
I would say I don't care for them too much, but to get from one scene to another, or to get to one event from another, I like it because I mean, it makes sense that they would need to stay in a village. Like, it would feel a little weird if they just got finished beating Aurora and then they're just like, oh, immediately leave, and then they go to this cabin with this weird guy. They let them sit on moments without the audience having to sit through it. So
Yeah.
it's a useful technique to kind of skip over stuff that we might not be interested in, because for the most part they're just going to be sitting in the village eating cakes and looking at the events.
Sasuke, did you write the description of Kraft the Monk? You can shred Kraft cheese on those abs.
Yes,
What about
it's
that
always
Velveeta?
it's always some jokes in the notes. I mean, I always try to have fun with the notes when I can. So yeah.
I love it though. It's perfect.
Yeah, is that it for Ruby?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it for me. It was pretty. That was the long and the short of it, to be honest.
Well, let's now get into our last show for the night. Spy Family, season 2.
Wrong.
Wait, we're not.
Your
we're on-
family.
Right, yeah, Your Family, season 2, episode 7. This was a really I like these Your focused episodes. Like, they're kind of touching on things that Lloyd's really didn't do. And it doesn't feel like, oh, it's now Yours turn to feel and do the same things. It really does feel like Yor is being set apart from Anya and Twilight in a way that I wasn't quite expecting, especially the final moments of this episode, which, you know, I'm going to let you guys go first and really discuss that before we, you know, get to that part, because that's probably my favorite part of the episode. But what did you guys think about this episode?
Anya's too smart for her own good.
That's what I was trying to say last episode. I was like, Anya's academically is stupid, but her situational smarts are actually insane.
She's 5 years old and she's doing the whole, oh, a street performer, yay! Even though she knows good and damn well it's not a street performer. She knows that's Yor. But I'm like, that's pretty smart. That's pretty clever. And I don't know if I called this the last episode or the last podcast or not, but I was like, she's gonna have to find a way to get him, not kill him, but at least try to trick him. And I guess she kind of did, you know, just stabbed the chain and just wrapped him up and said, and just give him a kiss.
Okay, kiss on the forehead.
No.
Yeah.
Just walk up.
Oh no, let me cover my.
It's gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. There you are. Yeah.
That's what Yor did to Barnaby.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like how we just have one extremely short scene with Frankie walking Bond or Borf. And he even says stop borfing.
Yeah, this character's name is Borf. You can't convince me otherwise.
Hey Borf, stop borfing, Borf. And then this one girl's like, ooh, you have a dog? So do I. And then he's like, Borf, you're gonna live at my house from now on.
Yeah, they are adapting pretty much everything with Spy Family, because a lot of these are like short extra chapters. I feel like that moment was extended. I don't know if they're like saving that for another episode, like
That
give
was-
you bits and pieces.
That was literally like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I felt like.
it could have been one of those short chapters, but it's been a minute since I read that specific scene. I think it's been like 2 years at this point. But what the? Oh, EA, your mic is doing that thing. EA, become human. Actually,
All right. All right, I'm not a robot anymore. Damn it, I'm okay. Sorry,
I'm looking.
I had to turn it off.
I just looked back at the manga. It happened exactly like that in the manga. So
That's crazy.
yeah, beat for beat.
Wow. But
Well, I was gonna say that I just thought the whole concept of this fight was fucking hilarious. How they were found out and they all somehow played it off, and oh my god, this was stupid, but a good stupid.
Who else loved Anya the hero when she tried to stay awake, just like a little kid? I love the fact that they included this in here, because it's just like kids, especially that young, that are 5, want to do so much, but they just don't have the energy or the strength to go on like regular full-grown adults. She's just like, I gotta protect my mom. And then she falls asleep in Twilight's arms. I'm like, oh, just like a regular kid would do. How sweet.
Not before she got CTE from running right into that table.
Yeah.
That is true. She did get a
Standing
mild
up.
concussion.
And she fell asleep standing up. That was incredible.
Kids fall asleep in the craziest positions. My son fell asleep upside down with his feet up on the couch and half his body on the floor. And I'm like, how the fuck is he asleep? But I'm not gonna question it. Take him on to bed.
His body isn't ruined by age. Like he can move and it not hurt.
I know you could bend them in half like a pretzel, and they just walk it off like a hangnail.
Did you do the Watamote thing, EA? You just carried him silently in his bed.
I sure
say a
did.
word.
I sure did. Except he wasn't playing an adult game. Like how she was. Like the father comes home, she's asleep. Like I think he's like doing stuff. The headphones come unplugged, and you just hear, "Oh yeah," like just some sexual type thing. He doesn't skip a beat. He just like picks her up and just puts her in the bed because at the end of the day, that's his little girl. You know, just like all parents. You know, it's like, my son has his likes, he has his dislikes. I mean, I understand him, but at the end of the day, that's my kid. So I think that's just one of those things.
I own you. You must do what I say, child.
Who
Not
are
quite.
you? Are you Starfire's dad? I forgot what his name was. Nobody watched Teen Titans here? Nobody?
No.
I've seen Teen
I know
Titans.
Starfire, the one that speaks very. I don't know.
No, I'm thinking of
Matter
Raven's
of fact.
dad. That's my fault. I'm thinking of Raven's dad.
Okay.
Big guy.
Yeah. He is the devil, literally incarnate.
There's a webtoon called Down to Earth, where it's like a romance with like a girl from another planet. And she comes to Earth and stuff, and she talks exactly. She's basically Starfire.
Yeah.
Same cadence and everything. It's really good. I recommend it.
Send me a link.
No.
I'm playing Fire Emblem, and Petra's basically Starfire.
Petra. Which one is Petra again? Petra.
She's the one with. She's the one with the thing under her eye. Ponytail, braids, purple hair.
She's got a sty.
Oh, the princess girl.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, she talks as if she does not comprehend English.
I am not understanding the words you speak now.
I agree.
That's basically Petra. Cool character. I'm really liking that game. But yeah, I mean, just to bring it back, Yor got a lot more agency, and that's why I think people love this arc in particular with Spy Family. It's not just that Yor gets focused; it's that Yor is doing something worthwhile, like questioning why she's in the business of assassination. Like they're actually giving us a lot of purpose to her actions rather than that just being a defining thing with her. Because I would say up until this point, while she's had some good moments that talked about like her awkwardness and being in the mother position, but you know, still wanting to be the mother to Anya. They never, whenever they go to the whole assassination plot, if ever, because we only seen it maybe like 3 times in the story, but before this,
Once including a buttocks.
yeah, one when she got shot in the ass, the like very first scene of the show, and something in between. Like that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we always see spy stuff from Twilight, so there's an obvious imbalance there. But
I'm ready for a frost arc.
You're ready for what?
A frost arc? That's her name, Frost, right?
Frost Arc. Okay, I got you.
I'm sorry.
Do
I
you
was
really
like,
want a Frost Arc?
Yeah,
Like an entire arc dedicated to her?
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we had one already, but I could do another one.
Well, sorry to tell you, EA. I kind of Respy family, and I don't think you're getting that.
Boo! You stink!
What I say to that?
There
EA's
was a
dropping it.
Yuri. There was a Yuri focus chapter recently that made me mad.
No, go.
Boo! Boo! You stink!
It's what I say to all that Yuri-based arc. How about Yuri falls in a ditch and dies arc?
I mean, I just take a chapter of that. I don't need an entire arc. Just
Okay,
one chapter.
yeah. Just one page where he's like, "Oh, what a pretty ditch," and then just trips and falls, breaks his neck, and then he's just that's it. It's the last
Oh
we
my
ever see of
God.
him.
Jesus Christ. Yours gonna find some way to heal him. Her fool's gonna like unintentionally it's not gonna have any good taste and qualities, but it's gonna heal the dead.
Right. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Nason, you saved me." Ugh. I'm gonna throw up.
But she was talking about how she was scared of getting hurt, and not because like she was fearful of pain or anything like that. She was fearful of not being able to explain that, and thus her family breaking down. So that shows you that she has. It may not be there yet to where she feels that she's actually a part of this family, but she has a deeper attachment to this family. Probably more so than we've seen of Twilight. Twilight still has it. But it always kind of goes back to the mission. But Yor is questioning why she's doing assassination in the first place and thinking to herself, I kind of just like being a mom. This is kind of what I like. So interesting stuff.
Would you say yours starting to grow feelings for not so much Twilight, because but definitely Anya?
Well,
Like,
I think it's really just being in a family like this, because we got to think. I mean, she didn't have a mom or dad to raise her. She only had her younger brother, and she was taking care of him. He did the cooking and stuff, or actually, no, he never did the cooking. She was always doing the cooking, and he just enjoyed that slop. But yeah, she's never been in a situation like this to where like she has a family that's just like an actual family that's there for her, husband, kid, even friends. I don't think she had friends as a kid either, because she was an assassin since she could go out into the world.
she's never dated, doesn't know what sex is.
None of that. So
Same.
it's just, who are you lying for? Who's watching? Who's watching this that you're lying for?
It's like, I sex. What is that?
I don't even. What the fuck?
What is sex?
No comment.
Is that the one where you
his name rhymes with Telon Blusk.
I'm disappointed. But good episode. Really good episode.
excited to see what happens next. Keep the arc coming. The ship your boat arc.
Well, let's go ahead and let's get into our last segment of the show. Viewer questions.
Viewer question.
All right. We got a Google form. I cannot speak this week. It's horrible.
Scared me.
Literally, I never really could, to be honest. But we got a Google form down in the description below. You can go there, submit your questions, and yeah, we read them every week. So our first question is, any guests for the podcast in the future? I hope. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe. That I would love to see about getting a voice actor on. That would be cool. Or someone in the industry.
You know, EA, you're going to a con, right?
Yeah.
Print out business cards for, just have like your channel and KOA on there and stuff, and be like, hey, I do a podcast. You want to be on? Because apparently, from what I hear, that's the only way you can get in touch with VAs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, is
Okay.
to do cons and stuff. So business
I'll
cards
get,
are pretty cheap. So
we do anime, all that other stuff. I'll get the voice of SpongeBob to come on to the show.
yeah, no, that
I
would
know
be
who I want.
interesting.
Who would you want?
Come on, you should know me. Carrie
Oh.
Karenin.
Oh, Satsuki?
Yes. Also
Yeah.
Casca. Then we can actually get her to say the "because of you" line.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would if I could like go to a convention and like get like a recording or whatever, I would have her record. It's because of you that you're subscribed to King of Anime podcast. Like in the voice and everything.
I think isn't she also mommy in Madoka Magica? I'm trying to think about their voices again. I believe she's mommy as well.
Wow.
Then we can actually do the cake song.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Adorburb says, can confirm EA get business cards, have high speechcraft stats. Yes, Burb went to a con. He went to Anime NYC over the weekend, and yeah, he made a lot of connections.
He got lots of nudes?
Yeah, he got just
all the
copious amounts of nudes.
A garbage pail full of them.
Yeah, just
has a wheelbarrow.
I would love to. There's this growing need for me to have chibi reviews on the podcast. Only just because all I want to do is just shoot the shit with him and just ask him shit about like YouTube shit, like, hey, what was it like when the entire internet hated you in that one point, or like, what was it like, when you got like your first like 1,000 subs, like what was the original, stuff like that, because he's been doing it for so long.
And you could totally go to his house too.
Oh yeah, we live like literally right next to each other, literally. Like, he's pretty much my neighbor. Live in the same state and everything. So
that's crazy, but yeah, maybe I'll try to get some people to come on to the podcast, which would be so awesome.
I'll help you design
I feel like
business cards too if you want.
You would be better at it than I would.
That's true, but yes, I can do that.
And I'll do the slick talking. Slick my hair back and go, well, I say, my name is...
Well, I do declare.
I do declare. Hey, Toots, how would you like to be on the King of Anime podcast?
I'll make you an offer. You can't refuse.
You got a good look.
I don't know why, but I think you should be on the King of Anime podcast.
Oh. Is that Christopher Walken?
Trying, but yes.
So I have this podcast, and it is for you, my friend, the King of Anime. Come here, give me a big smooch. What? Yeah, that's right. I said. I'm sorry. I'm talking random shit now.
Next question. Which creation is the worst? Frankenstein's monster, Shao Tucker's chimera, or Sabelina? Well, the third one's not true. So
Sabelita.
I mean, Frankenstein's pretty horrible. Shao Tucker's pretty horrible too.
Look what he's got.
Wait, what has he got? No. See, no,
There it
it's
is.
not Sabelina. Sabelina's
Sabelina.
normal. No, Sabelina's great. Everyone loves Sabelina. No
Look at that.
one hates Sabelina.
Look at that creation.
It's beautiful. Is she not beautiful? That's my daughter.
Well,
That
now I
you
feel
could-
bad, but I still gotta say it. Abomination.
I cry.
All right.
I cry so much. Next question. Which anime character you think has nasty smelling feet? Well, this one's easy. I mean, it's either Guts, basically any fantasy character.
What is this question?
Any Attack on Titan character. Sounds like a light ruler.
Any
Sounds
Attack
like
on
a light
Titan.
rule.
Annie Leonhardt. Annie has to be the worst smelling AOT character. I'm sorry.
I feel like she may actually not be that bad since she was just frozen for all that time.
But she
I
was
would
in
say-
the crystal juice.
I would say Peak because of how many times she transforms out of her
Peak is-
Titan
yeah.
body form.
Oh yeah, Peak is definitely gross.
Her feet probably stank like a lot of bloody Titan guts.
Yeah, Peak is bad. The character I was so with this question, I'm thinking like barefoot characters. The first character I thought of was 02, but I never watched that show, so I don't know if she's barefoot. But then I thought about another good character, Ed. Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah, Edward.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
She would have pretty bad feet. Yeah, for sure.
She would be the worst, yeah. Adorburp says Frieren has smelly feet. Stinky knife-eared goblin. I hate this question so much and these answers. Foot fetish people eating good, listening to this, being like, ah, yes, the gripper answers we seek.
That's a long answer.
Well, hopefully they didn't. Hopefully Edward wasn't the answer for them. We got to put you on some list.
Oh, don't worry, it probably was. You see her feet a lot.
Edward's just outside kid.
Yeah, and she talks about herself in the third person.
There's got to be someone though with like even worse than AOT characters or like.
Can we
Berserk
move on
characters.
from the feet question? Come on, man. I have to ponder creation. Nah, guess for the podcast. Nah, the anime feet. I must know of this fucking question.
I cry. Well, last question. Which I don't know if I don't know. Maybe we should say on the feet question. I don't know, but let's say you get truck cooned and sent to an anime of your choice, but the catch is you're an ugly bastard. Which anime world are you wreaking chaos with your newfound powers of being an ugly bastard?
So that's just my power. Is that I'm ugly?
Yeah,
It's a power.
You're ugly and for some reason extremely attractive towards women.
Wait,
that's
it doesn't
sort of what
say
the ugly
that.
bastard is. Well, yeah, that's what the ugly bastard is.
Oh, is that? Oh, it's
Woman-
a thing. The
yeah.
ugly bastard.
Yeah, and the ugly.
Oh, you didn't know about
bastard-
that?
Yeah, they're
No,
so
Not at all.
ugly. They're attractive. It's like it's a weird special power.
that's an
Well-
anime.
Well, no. Okay, so the ugly bastard thing you'll typically see in a lot of NTR dojins. Okay, so this is how we because we talked about the cult thing, right?
Yes.
So this is more like a fetishism type of thing for a lot of people. So for whatever reason, I don't know why this is this. For whatever reason, people really get off to the idea of women basically being defiled by like some fat ugly guy
Oh
with,
my
like,
god.
messed up teeth or something. And it's typically in a lot of like NTR stories. We talked
Yeah.
like we talked about NTR, what that is,
Uh-huh.
cheating stories, all of that.
Yeah.
So that's basically what the ugly bastard thing is. It's like, hey, here comes. That's why Zom 100. That guy would be an ugly
Right.
bastard if he
Right.
actually got with the one girl.
Gotcha. Okay. So the question is, which anime world are you wreaking chaos with your newfound powers of being an ugly bastard? I don't know if there's any world that would accept us because we're ugly bastards.
I would go to asylum.
Arkham Asylum?
Not there, because people just get beat up there.
It's the bat.
You just see swear over your head.
What was that?
Thug dialogue is so funny in
is
superhero
great.
games.
Get him.
There's no way I just seen that. No, I gotta be. I guess it's my imagination.
Better go check it
Yeah,
out.
Right. I love how they check out stuff, but don't actually check it out. They'll just walk 2 feet and go, "Did I just see something?"
Who's
No,
there?
it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then they just go back without even actually going over there to look at it.
I feel like that is like a skit or something. I feel like I see something like that. If it isn't, I need to see like RDC or somebody make a skit like that.
Hey,
It's
did you guys hear
hilarious.
something? Did you guys see that?
It's so stupid, man. Oh,
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to answer this question.
yeah,
I
pretty
refuse.
bad question.
But there's a question that I want you guys to answer.
I'm not an ugly bastard. See, stop asking.
EA. I need. It's not that. I need you to answer a question. I need you to tell the people where can they find you.
Well, good sirs and ladies and gents and everyone in between, it's your old pal Everything Animated, and you can find me at that there channel where I'm currently working on something. Working on a little video, working on something that involves the uprising of anime originals adapted from fucking movies that I just think is really neat. And I want you to subscribe to me so that you can see all that wonderful jazz. Subscribe to me there. I should say we have this little thing called our Patreon. I just linked it down there below, so go ahead and subscribe to it. It's only $1. We get content. We're going to be working on something, I'm sure, this month. If not this month, definitely next month. That you can find only exclusively on Patreon. We also have this Twitter, the King of Anime Pod. Just that's all I could get. I couldn't get the full podcast. But hey, what could you do? It's these things work out the way that they do, or don't, should I say? But see me there, and maybe, just maybe, a little Twitch something soon.
Oh, hey.
I mean, I've said this before, and I know Sasuke hates me every time I say that, but this time, I think it's going to be different. I only say that because I'm having a little more control in my daily life, so I'm saying maybe, just maybe, that could happen this weekend. I'll throw out a maybe. And yes, Kenny, I did say that 2 months ago, but I was lying back then. This time I'm being real.
Yeah, he's a truther this time.
Yep. Everything I said back then, 100% lies. This time, all truth.
Mhm.
So, subscribe, like, share, comment, hug, kiss, and swear. And always remember, you're the greatest.
Damn. How inspirational. Satsuki, how can you follow that?
I don't know, but I'll try something. So I be Sasuke the Savage. You can find me my YouTube, Sasuke the Savage, as well as my Twitch, Sasuke the Savage. That's with a DA, ladies and gentlemen. Where currently I'm playing Fire Emblem. Pretty great game, strategy based, new to the franchise, first time playing it. Black Eagles, that's my squad. Edelgard, probably my favorite character, not gonna lie. But Dorothea, like her too. Petra's cool. Actually like the whole cast so far. Caspar, everybody. Um, but that I still gotta finish Persona 5 Royal. What other game am I still playing? LA Noir. I still got that SpongeBob game that I'm playing, Battle for the Bikini Bottom. It's not called remastered, it's called something else. They gave it like some unique name of it being remastered, but
Rehydrated.
yeah, rehydrated. That's what it was. So yeah, lots of games that I'm playing on that channel. Check it out. I stream every weekend. I stream 2 days in a row for the first time since the football season started. So you can catch me Saturday, Sunday around 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is usually when I stream. And I stream for a long time. So a lot of people pop in for 30 minutes, hours, half of the stream, whatever it may be. You could catch a lot from it. Like I said, I stream for like 10 to 12 hours most of the time. So that's where you can follow me. Also, my other YouTube channel, Sasuke the Gamer, where I upload the VODs, edit it to YouTube. So that about does it.
Well, you can find me over at the Sea Tactics. This week I've got a couple of videos that I'm working on. I'm working on an Undead Unluck video. That series is really fun. I have a Adorable. I'm actually working on a thumbnail for it, and let me tell you guys, it looks pretty sexy. I can't wait for that video to come out. As well, I'm working on a Zeke Yeager video that's coming out this week. Should be good. It's sponsored by BetterHelp as well, so get excited for that. And working on a final retrospective review of Attack on Titan. It's already at 10 pages in length. It's covering everything, like literally everything, even the OVAs. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. I think tomorrow is a new Chainsaw Man chapter, so I will be covering that tomorrow, if there is one. If there is not, then there isn't. You can, of course, find that out on the Bento channel, because the Bento channel is my Chainsaw Man channel. But with all that being said, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Funny.
Later.